live stream. Unfortunately, this one's not going to be object show. I know you guys love your object shows, but we got a lot more in store today. Today, I'm feeling like a lover boy. So we're going to do some lover boy stuff. I know nobody's going to be online today because it's a school night, but you know, I won't have that problem in a week. I won't have that problem in a week because everybody will be out of school. Are you guys excited for summer? Are you excited for summer? Who's here? Landscape? Aren't you supposed to be in bed, young man? Nah, let me stop. I digress. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this. No reason to keep things... Well, shucks, I forgot what I was gonna say. But I thought it was a video, lol. Nah, I just decided to stream today because I'm feeling like a pop culture diva. Yeah. Do some pop culture stuff. Talk about some pop culture things. Alright guys, we're gonna start with Cheating Makes Zero Sense by Chuld. Chuld? I don't know. Hey, okay. I don't care if it's a school night. It's okay. It's a school night for me too, but, you know, I'm in college, so it's the last school night that I'll have until fall, when I finally go to university. Let's freaking go. Okay, let me stop. Let's do this.
Out of the 12 years I've been on this planet Earth, I've seen a bunch of relationships go into messy breakups. And I know out of the 12 years I've been on this planet Earth,
that's an old 12-year-old.
I've seen a bunch of relationships go into
Jeez.
messy breakups, and I notice how cheating or being in toxic relationships aren't normal, yet they're very common. And I know
That's
it sounds
so
confusing
sad.
at first, but let me give you another example. People that doom scroll in bed
That's
until
so
3 a.m.
sad.
is not normal, but it is very common.
Right.
And when it comes to relationships nowadays, I would hear these insane stories. Like one of my homeboys would be telling me,
Yo, bro,
what happened?
I just found out my girlfriend kidnapped my whole family, tortured my dog, and has been
It's-
cheating on me for the past 3 months.
What?
Damn, bro, that sucks. You're gonna break it off with her though, right?
Nah, man, I know she ain't like that. We're gonna try to talk it out and figure something out.
Excuse me, what?
Like this past week,
Nah, I don't care. I don't even care about that, because, you know, that's how it sounds to me when a girl describes the boy that she just broke up with, but she's still stuck on. I lost a friend over this crap, bro. This girl, I haven't seen her in years. We meet up again in college, and she's like, oh, I'm so sad. I lost this dude, and he's just on my heart. It's like, I don't know, maybe I should try it again. I'm like, okay, what's he like? Oh, he's 21. Okay, so he's younger than you. That's not a bad thing. Yeah, he's got a daughter. What? He's got a what? Yeah, he doesn't have a job. And I'm sitting over here like, please tell me it can't get worse. Does it? Well, and he's trying to get a car. You think this stuff? You think he's kidding about this stuff? No, this is really how it is.
we had some crazy stories going on about the guys out there. First of all, we got a dude cheating on his girlfriend. We got a dude allegedly assaulting their girlfriend.
Yeah.
And we got a dude allegedly murdering his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'm not making this up. This is the current news going on right now. Klay
Pop
Thompson, the
culture.
NBA basketball player, apparently cheated on the rapper Megan Thee Stallion.
36 years old, by
What's
the way.
going on right now? Klay Thompson.
I don't know if I've said this enough, but I want to make it very clear. This man, 36 years old. Average lifespan is 72 years old. Half dead. Dang near middle-aged and can't even fathom, let alone maintain, a mature adult relationship. That is embarrassing. It is embarrassing, it's disgusting, and it leaves a really bad taste in my mouth. Because I consider myself old when I watch other people's children, but I'm still in my early 20s at least. This man's just grown. He should have learned how to be an adult a long time ago. His parents miserably failed him. And it's just sad to me. The concept of that is sad to me. Like, there's nothing you could have done to fix that? Really? Don't be like this person. please, I'm literally begging you. I'll get on my knees and beg you to never be like him.
The NBA basketball player apparently cheated on the rapper Megan Thee Stallion. Evelyn Ha and Ben Pasternak broke up, and there's allegations thrown around on who abused who, and again, alleged cheating. And David the singer is currently in court over doing some evil shit that's on a whole nother level than the first two. So I'm gonna separate him out of the video. But I want to get into a theme that's been going on with relationships nowadays, and that's about cheating. The act of getting plowed down when you have a whole nother—
Jesus Christ! People get together and break up 2 days later. Good. Good. No. Hold on, I know what it sounds like. Landscape, let me tell you. That's normal. That stuff is normal. In middle school, I went to a small middle school. We only had 87 kids. So yeah, whenever something happened with a kid and another kid, that's literally a 40th of our entire student body. They knew about it all right. They definitely knew about it. But those little young people relationships, they're not supposed to last. Because they're not really supposed to get that deep. Like, actual love is an extremely complex and vulnerable thing. So feeling it as a child, that's genuinely dangerous. But yeah, it's supposed to just be a little test drive, a little taste of the real thing. It's not supposed to be serious, is what I'm saying. So don't take it too personally.
Boyfriend or girlfriend. This happens so much, like cheating. The act of getting plowed down when you have a whole nother boyfriend or girlfriend.
Why is
this happens so much?
That?
Like whenever I hear a story about a breakup, I'm not even surprised that the other person has been hooking up with their sneaking link months before they ended it.
It's a cold
world. I wish I could go back to the times where I thought cheating was one of the most evil things you could do in a relationship, and it rarely happens.
Because it is.
But it's as common as finding a Rattata in Pokemon. If cheating was illegal, a lot of y'all would be in jail, is what I'm saying.
Look at a lot of y'all. Who's y'all? Who the heck is y'all? Excuse me? Nah, I gotta find out who is y'all. I don't think I know the guy. Like, y'all? Is his last name Davis? Because it ain't me. It ain't me. The act of getting plowed down, bro. I don't do that crap. I don't do that crap, bro. I have my V card. Alright, I'm Gucci.
A Rattata in Pokemon. If cheating was illegal, a lot of y'all would be in jail, is what I'm saying. Look at all these jokes being made when your partner goes to ASU for college. It's a canon event at this point. And people have different definitions of cheating, which makes it really confusing. But at least for me, cheating is not liking another person's post of the opposite sex, or going out to parties with a bunch of people of the opposite gender. There are a lot of things in a relationship in a gray area that doesn't have a defined label on it being good or bad. But cheating is way outside that gray area.
Exactly. If you're cheating on somebody, then you're doing this bullcrap. You're going out on dates with other people. Why are you going out on dates with somebody who's not me? Why are you kissing someone who's not me? Why are you forming a romantic attachment with somebody who's not me? Like, some people like to have work husbands and stuff. They like to flirt with other people and such. And I understand
that's where you can say you're wrong.
Right, look at that. Embarrassing. Embarrassing.
There's no way you can excuse that action. Because you could be unfaithful, but not a cheater.
Oh! Well, frick. Congratulations, Miguel. I mean, did you like him back, or do you like women? When I was in high school, a boy confessed his feelings for me, too. And I just had to tell him, I'm sorry, man. I'm heterosexual.
You know,
so,
you can do unfaithful things, but still kind of talk your way out of it. For example, if you gave out your Instagram to someone who's obviously interested in you, you can pass it off and say, oh, I'm just trying to be nice.
That's not.
But then, if you start sleeping with your next door neighbor, are you just trying to be nice? For me, cheating is straight up kissing another person, sleeping with another person, or whatever this thing is. It's good to note those small actions of being unfaithful will definitely lead to infidelity, but infidelity is the final results. The actions taken before I would not consider cheating. But with that in mind, that means cheating is never an accident. Your dick does not accidentally fucking slip into someone else's vagina, okay? That's what you hear from a porn script. In real life, there are multiple steps taken before.
You know, abstinence is a great way to prevent cheating. I'm just saying. Self-control is how you don't cheat. Like he said, cheating is not a normal thing. People are very monogamous. People, as a species, we tend to do better with just one person. It just makes sense biologically and socially. But it's common because some people, well, it's common because of social media. It's not like everybody's cheating, but you're gonna see everybody cheating because that's what's on social media.
Or someone cheats. You have to be at the place to meet that person. You have to shave down there. Maybe you're planning out the underwear you're gonna wear. You have to take off a couple pieces of clothing before you do the deed.
Why did you
during those
ambush her?
steps, there's no conscience telling you, take off a couple that person. You have to shave down there. Maybe you're planning out the underwear you're gonna wear. You have to
What exactly is she doing standing in the shower? The shower's
take
not
off
on.
a couple pieces of clothing before you do the deed. And if during those steps, there's no conscience telling you, no, I can't do this. I have a boyfriend or girlfriend.
Why is she fully clothed? Okay, I'm sorry.
And it doesn't stop you, then you're a cheater. What can I say? Respectfully, you're a piece of shit.
Right.
And unfortunately, there are hella turds in this world. Because people will go through all these steps and still choose to betray their partner.
It's
horrible.
horrible.
You could be the it girl, Megan Thee Stallion, one of the S tier baddies, and
Megan
still
the
get cheated
freaking
on.
Stallion.
Sniper Wolf.
Megan the freaking Stallion got cheated on. How the hell does that happen? How the heck does that happen? Look at her. God dang it, all these. Look at her. Look at her. There's so many pictures of him too. Guys, can we be serious? Can we be serious? This woman's been on Broadway. She started organizations to help the people in her big old city. Like, she's got a philanthropist. She's a philanthropist. She's educated. She's got her bachelor's. I don't even have my bachelor's yet. Yeah, I went to the army, but still, like, come on, bro. What are we doing here? Meanwhile, Klay Thompson, what exactly has he accomplished in his life besides being good at basketball? It's embarrassing, bro. Women, we gotta teach our girls to respect not just themselves, but their circle. We've gotten great at teaching our young people that they are amazing, that they are capable of anything. I hope that you guys understand that you are amazing, that you are strong, that you're capable, but you also have to be very careful who you let in your space. Because who you allow in your life will affect you significantly. Okay? Significantly. You cannot just let everybody in your life, because that's going to mess you up. That's what some people do. They can be on the top of the world and they let somebody who shouldn't be there in their life. And then everything just goes downhill. Now the it girl, Megan Thee Stallion, is crying on stage.
Megan Thee Stallion, one of the S tier baddies, and still get cheated on.
Right.
Sniper Wolf and her ex-boyfriend. There is obviously a visual difference here. Sniper Wolf is the breadwinner of the relationship, but this chud still decides to cheat. Will and Jada Smith, 6'2", handsome, rich, successful, gets the same fate as everyone else. That's what's scary about getting into relationships, because you can do everything in your power to ascend yourself and life max with success and happiness. You will always have that slim possibility of getting cheated on.
Because some people ain't crap. All right, you cannot control what anybody else does. You can control yourself, and that's it. So you've got to be careful who you let in your life, because if you let the wrong person in and overlook all their bad qualities just because you love them, you're gonna pay for it. All right, that's my warning to all you young people out there. I know it's difficult, but sometimes you got to listen to your head and not your heart.
Same rich celebrities and billionaires go through the same relationship issues as every other peasant, just like us. Money and fortune does not fix this shit. And I know it sounds like coping and being corny, but if you have gotten cheated on, it says a lot more about the other person's character than it has to do yourself. Because no one was holding them at gunpoint to sleep with Jimmy down the street. They made a choice to break that trust that you guys had. And if you were the problem and they were a decent person, they would have just broke up with you. That option was always on the table, and it should have been the option they went with. Like,
hold on. There is one exception, and that is Stolas from Hello Boss. That is the only exception that exists. And that's because Stella was abusive. Stella was abusive. She was horrible. And Stolas stayed for the baby. Should he have stayed for the baby? No, he should have taken the baby and gone somewhere else. But he didn't. And he decided to cheat instead. Which is still a terrible thing. I guess it's not an exception. It's still a bad thing to do. Yeah, he should have just divorced her.
Dancing around with your roster and doing stuff behind your partner's back. At that point, you're putting in so much work to hide things from your partner, it's just way easier to break up anyway. So if breaking up is easier and it takes less effort, why do people still cheat? What is actually going on for someone to be married for 20 years and throwing it all away for a one-night stand?
I don't know.
There's this theory I have in our society, and it's that monogamy is a social construct. Think about it. As much as we want to say, oh, I want to find the one for me, I want to live happily ever after with the love of my life. Tell me why almost everyone knows a friend of theirs who's, I want to live happily ever after with the love of my life. Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heart.
Almost everyone knows a friend of theirs who's gotten cheated on a relationship or has gotten cheated on themselves. It's too common to say that it's a defect in someone. It might be a default. It was not as popular in the past.
No, what?
To be in multiple relationships because it was looked down upon, but
No, it was very common in the past. We just didn't have social media to tell everybody's business, so people didn't know about it. Women didn't have rights in the past, mate. You gotta remember that. Like, a wealthy dude can have whatever he wants, but I digress. No, monogamy is a social construct, but polygamy is also a social construct. Yeah, people have carnal desires, but all they do is make life harder. That's the reason why people build societies that have to suppress the rights of other people just to maintain their little delusions of superiority. And those societies are not functional in ways that are sustainable or capable of long-term maintenance. What I'm saying is, no, it's not a common thing. And it's definitely not a default. What cheating is a basic lack of self-control, which stems from a lack of emotional security and maturity, which people have to try to get. People actually have to put in effort to become the best versions of themselves, to actually become mature enough to maintain a relationship. That means they have to go to therapy. That means they have to want an actual tangible love. That means they have to grow up. If you grow up, you'll never have to worry about your partner cheating. Or you'll never have to worry about you cheating. If your partner hasn't grown up yet, then
now that it's tolerated and normalized, so to speak, people are going crazy. New updates in the dating scene changes how we view dating. People are no longer satisfied with their one partner. They want more. They want to see what other options they can get out there. They want to try out more tits, more ass, more dick, more cock. People go into dating like how a 5-year-old goes into an ice cream shop. There are a million flavors and you want to try every single one. But after
I don't know what kind of people this dude's talking about. I ain't never met these people.
After a few samples, eventually you gotta choose one and stick with it. And instead of choosing that flavor and being happy with it, they're sad because they weren't sure if it was the best one because they didn't get to try the other flavors. Stick with your mint chocolate chip ice cream and be happy with it, lil bro.
Right, like that's literally the point. You're not gonna be super happy with anybody on Earth all the time. It's just getting somebody who you love enough to stick through the headache with. You're finding somebody who's worth it. That's the point of relationships.
A good flavor. Stop worrying about the other flavors and just enjoy your ice cream. I know it's a good mindset to always strive for the best, but love and relationships are one of the few things that shouldn't be calculated like that. I feel like people are constantly looking for a better and they forget they have a whole boyfriend or girlfriend right there in front of them who are—
Oh god, no. Not the hantavirus. Yeah, somebody did some more stupid crap with rats. People just love to do stupid crap with animals all the time, especially mammals. Because you know people love to do stupid stuff with mammals, like monkeys and bats, the animals that we share the most genetic similarities with, and therefore have the most likely chance of diluting species immunity with. Yeah, I digress.
Amazing. And they still chose a rum raisin flavor over the mint chocolate chip because they wanted to try something new. Now, cheating is not a gender exclusive thing. Guys cheat, girls cheat, everyone is capable of cheating. But what I have noticed is guys and girls cheat differently. Guys typically cheat based on lust. They'll go to a club or bar, find someone attractive, hook up with them for the night, then go back to their girlfriend or wife like nothing happened. But girls, they will emotionally cheat first. Before anything physical happens, you can sense them slowly checking out the relationship. Like that one guy she told you not to worry about. It was fine in the beginning, but months later, you got a chair in the corner of the bedroom with your name on it. They both have pros and cons. Wait, pros and cons?
No, there is no pro to cheating. See, Men also cheat emotionally before they do physically, but the difference is that women do it more often because they tend to be more emotionally intelligent. And that's emotional intelligence. That means being aware of their emotions and the emotions of other people and how to trigger them. That does not mean that they're emotionally mature. Because an emotionally mature person, someone who's grounded, somebody who is stable-minded, does not want to cheat on their partner. They just won't pick a partner that they won't be satisfied with. They just won't pick somebody who they're not attached to, attracted to, and affectionate towards in the first place, you know? A mature person will never pick somebody that they just don't want, just to cheat on them later. But an emotionally intelligent person will. So, yeah, that's the difference. Emotionally intelligent men will emotionally cheat. Emotionally intelligent women will emotionally cheat. But simple people will cheat just for the lust.
They both have goods and bads to it. Usually when the guy that cheats gets caught, they'll go down on their knees begging for you to forgive them. I'm sorry, baby. It was a mistake. I'll never do it again. But when it's a girl, they give no fucks. They mentally detached from you months ago and they're moving on with the next person. But because of that, you can typically catch a girl cheating in the relationship way easier than you can a guy. Because a guy will hook up with a person for a night and come back to you like it's a regular Tuesday. In that way, it's also scary because they could do something behind your back and you wouldn't even realize it. But they'll also still cry and break down whenever they get caught. Those are my personal observations. Let me know if you guys disagree or agree with me in the comments. It's a trend that I noticed, but obviously it's not always how it goes. But overall, the current news going on with Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson is not the first time we heard about celebrities cheating on each other, and it definitely won't be the last. Personal relationships getting aired out is never a good thing, because there's no winning in these situations. People are gonna side with their fan base, things that should have been kept private become a public headliner to monetize. It's cool sharing stories about your relationship tea sometimes, but when it's full-on internet breakup drama, it's just gonna make it way more negative than it already is.
It's very sad, that's what it is.
Okay, but for those who gotten cheated on, I really feel for y'all. That is an emotionally painful experience that has you rerunning memories of that relationship, feeling hurt and sad at the same time. And it's okay to feel that way for a few months. Let yourself cry and be angry. But some genuine advice, you have to let it go and accept it at some point. Life is unfair. A year down the line, that person will forget about you and be happy in another relationship. And it will be so pathetic if you're still crying over them over what they did to you in 2021. Please do yourself a favor and release that resentment you have for them. The last thing you want is to turn to an incel or femcel. Other than that, cheating is a possibility that you have to accept whenever you get into a relationship. If you don't want to get cheated on, don't date. This is not me being pessimistic, this is me being realistic. It's a fact that you should be aware of and are okay with, but not let it get into your head when you're dating someone. Real love gets tested when your vulnerable side is exposed, but that can't happen if you never opened up to begin with. Anyway, like and subscribe. You'll probably enjoy this video of me talking about my thoughts in situationships if you enjoyed this video. Thank y'all if you made it this far, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.
Ah, man. 12? Why is... What? Oh, no. Well, alright. Situationships don't what? Situationships don't make sense. That is true. Alright. Nah. I have nothing meaningful to say here. I'm still livid at the idea that you can be a grown freaking adult in your 30s, foot in the grave, and still not understand how love works. Like, did he even go to college? If you know how to think critically, you should be able to manage an adult relationship. Please, again, do not be like... Where is he? Where the heck is he? Show me him again. Where did he go? Freaking, don't be like this guy.
Monetize. It's cool. People are gonna side with their fan base, things that should have been kept private.
Please, never be like him. Like, there are some things that were wrong with this relationship anyway. Again, woman, entertainer, philanthropist, college educated, man, basketball. Like, there's already a disconnect. Woman in her late 20s. Man, late 30s. Like Like there are already some disconnects here. One person is clearly more well-rounded than the other, and one person is a lot younger than the other. If you want a stable relationship, then you want people who can actually align with your interests, with your hobbies, with your level of maturity, and your level of involvement in society, and you want somebody who's closer to your age. The closer somebody is to the age of their partner, naturally, the more they have in common with them, because they grew up consuming, more often than not, the same media, the same stories, the same cultural phenomena. They are more likely to have stuff in common if they are closer in age. That's why the most likely age gaps in relationships to succeed in marriage are 0 to 3 years. Because what the heck? What are you going to do with somebody who's a decade older than you? But I digress. We're not blaming the victim here. We're blaming the cheaters. They're horrible. All of them. Every single one of them. Without exception.
This video.
Now, to another story time. Well, Nexus, the reason that most people that people don't want to have kids anymore is because it's expensive and the world economy is doomed. But hopefully you won't have to deal with that when you get older. Please, for the love of God, find a side hustle now. Oh no. I digress. If you're going to be on this side of the screen, then I'm going to be on this side of the screen. This is Why Are First Dates Like This by Ross Moe. Bada bing!
This video is sponsored by, are you guys even surprised? Tokyo Treat and Sakura.
Hey!
If this video gets 5 likes, I will make a video about the date I mentioned.
Wow.
And within a month, you guys did it! It's
Good
honestly
job.
amazing, the power of the masses. Welp. Let me tell you a story of my disaster of a first date. Hey guys, what is up? It is
Columbus. What's up, Millie?
Rossmo, and it's time to talk about the first date of my life. If you've watched my Valentine's Day video, you know I've given you a brief mention of it, but mostly on the aftermath of it. But now, it's time for the real deal.
The first
I won't be
date.
mentioning the guy's name, of course, and won't be giving specific details. You can go to this timestamp to skip the recap if you've already watched my Valentine's Day video, but for those who haven't, card right above, but here's a quick rundown. I was working with this guy on a project. One day, the start of February, he asked me if I watched a certain anime. He said, do you want to watch it with me? Yeah, sure. When do you want to watch it? He said, I'm free on Thursday, so... Thursday was February 14. I didn't know watching anime together.
What's good, Millie? The answer is not cheating. So, hey, Millie and Dex, cool cats, what's up? Your challenge for the rest of your life is to be an emotionally mature and stable person who finds somebody that they're actually attracted to and doesn't freaking cheat. Yep, don't become a crappy person. Is there a reason, Delta? Oh, for you being a mod, not for me telling you not to cheat. I don't remember.
On Discord, it's code word for, hey, I like you. Last time I checked, watching anime on Discord is a pretty platonic thing on paper. But I gave it a shot. We went on a date a few days after. After that date, I felt really drained and horrible.
Watching anime on Discord is something I've never even thought of doing, so I wouldn't know.
And I sat down and binged the entirety of Inside Job because I needed something to make me feel better.
Wow.
This date happened when I was 22. At this point in my life, I wasn't interested.
That was your first date, huh? I don't know why I'm surprised. I don't know why I'm surprised. Wowza. Yeah, there are a lot of people in my generation who have chosen not to date, and the vast majority of them are women. I've met so many women who've never been on a date, who've never held hands. My first adult girlfriend, she didn't hold hands with anybody or kiss anybody. She was never asked out on a date before me. So, I don't know why I'm surprised. Like, men, we're not the same typically, because, we're the more promiscuous sex, but whatever.
interested in having romance in my life at all, since I was pretty happy with making animatics online, sharing my art and enjoying life, basically. Also, when you've heard so many love stories from your friends, it's easier to just not choose to subject myself through all that, you know? Like, in my mind, the two options to take between having romance or not in my life is such an easy pick. Do you want fries or dog shit? Do you want no stress with the side of a bunch of Steam games
Why'd you put that on me?
Haven't played yet and a sprinkle of happiness? Or would I want a bowl of investing on an entirely new person, stressing about what they think, and faced with the terrifying vulnerability that comes with that, and a dash of societal judgment on whatever happens in your relationship? Yeah, so I'll take the fries.
Thank you.
Please don't serve that to me again. As someone who likes convenience and avoiding drama, it's an easy pick. And this is not me trashing on romantic love. I think it's beautiful, and maybe some people see love and no love as their fries and dog shit. It's really...
Well, the reason that I enjoy the concept of love is because I'm a risk taker. Yes, love is a gamble. It is an extremely dangerous concept because it's inherently vulnerable. If you're not prepared to be vulnerable, if you're not prepared to be emotionally available, if you're not prepared to be active in somebody else's life, you shouldn't pursue it. But me? I just like going headfirst into things I shouldn't be going into. So I will never have a problem with pursuing something. Even if I have to learn my lesson by having it beat into me, then so be it. I'm an adult, I can handle it.
Really different from each person, honestly. Of course, I know some people who find the idea of romantic love enticing, but, you know, I'm in my 5th year in Stardew Valley, and I'm trying to complete it, so,
what the frick?
You know... Why do anything else when this is so fun? Anyway, so I was the one who asked him to go meet up because he obviously does like me. And it wasn't me reading between the lines. I just noticed, and I don't like being confused, so I straight up asked. I said, hey, do you like me? Because I don't like confusion. And he said yes. So the next thought process I had was to get to know more about this guy. I asked to meet up and go on a date because I wanted to give it a shot. Like, maybe he's a chill guy. Also, I forgot an important context.
I feel like that is a reasonable path to take. You notice that somebody likes you, then you want to give it a little bit of a shot. The problem with doing that, just giving it a shot, just testing the waters, is because you're opening yourself up to a concept that is very, like I said, vulnerable, very confusing, very complex, and in some cases, it can be very problematic. But the positive of doing that is the fact that we as people need the experience to actually learn how to navigate it. So you can't just choose to not do it if you want romance in the future. If you don't want romance in the future, that's one thing. But if you do, then yeah, you kind of have to actually put some effort towards it and try it out. Or else you're going to finally get there and you're going to get overwhelmed and you're going to get traumatized. I'm just saying.
No one ever showed any interest in me, hence I was curious how this would turn out since this is something new. Rare even. So I planned it out. Picked the mall and planned the day to be ice skating, lunch, and then go do whatever we like arcade or go to amusement rides or something. I asked him if he wanted to do anything, and he said we should go bowling, which I thought would be fun. I was 22, and he was 24. Not too far of a gap, honestly.
Exactly.
I never planned to date at all, but if I did, I had a limit, which was 3 years apart. Anything...
Literally the perfect age gap. Yes, 0 to 3 years. That is the best age gap if you want success in your relationship.
More than that or less than that was a no-go. So,
exactly.
Yeah, even though I said I did not feel any sort of romantic attraction to this guy, I still wanted to look presentable. So I rocked in with some heels, skinny jeans, a purple top, and an iron-blooded orphan's jacket. I think I was just raised that way out of respect. You know, you kind of have to look nice, or at the very least, look presentable, you know, out of respect for the person. That part is important because the date hasn't even started, and we were looking for each other in the mall, right? I told him that I was wearing that specific jacket, and then he said, damn, that's sexy.
Bruh.
This caught me off guard, mind you, because he doesn't talk to me like that at all.
Dang it, bro, you're fumbling already? You haven't even seen the girl yet.
That got an eyebrow raise from me, but I didn't really mind it at the time. Now I do mind it, though. Then when I found him, he rocked up with some black cargo pants, a black jacket, and a black shirt, and a sling bag, and bedhead. I felt a little sad, not because I wanted...
Hold on. I'm a dude who only ever wears friggin' hoodies and sweatpants, so I can't really complain about that, but I do not do bedhead. If I'm going on a date with a woman, my afro's looking smooth. It's shiny, it's soft, it's scrumptious. And I wear a backpack. not whatever that is.
Someone with immaculate fashion sense, but it seemed like any other date to him. Didn't even bother to look nice for the date, or at least presentable, you know? Because, you know, the bedhead. If he told me he woke up like this, I wouldn't be surprised. He was giving me major iPad boy vibes. And I don't know if this is a very popular term, but in my school, we used to have a certain group of kids called iPad boys because they wouldn't socialize and talk to anyone and just gather around their iPads. He had that vibe. He looked like that too. He looked like an iPad boy with the jacket and sling bag awkwardly and tightly strapped onto him, and Crocs. I didn't let that bother me because he was a chill guy. Very awkward, but nothing I can't handle. We went to ice skating first for an hour. And you know those polar bear things you can rent out and hold on to if you didn't know how to ice skate? Yeah, we rented one of those because neither of us knew how to properly skate. And you know what happened? He sat on that polar bear and made me push him the whole time.
I have to take a break. Because what the heck do you mean?
Vividly remember.
What the heck am I looking at right now? You did what? Alright, you know what? You guys know me. I'm not, like, the most traditional person in the world. But this is freaking embarrassing. You are a man. You are a man. And this is a first date. What are you doing?
We're panting and stopped a couple times because it's not easy pushing another human being on that fucking thing. So with the shortness of breath and the maximum patience, I said,
See, I'm not saying you can't do it, but you do it with somebody that you're much closer to as a joke. It's supposed to be funny. You don't do it to someone you're just meeting.
Hey, do you wanna like take a turn and push this too? It's kind of tiring. And he shakes his head and goes, nope. And he sits back demurely on the bear. My jaw dropped, not because he didn't want to, but because he turned around sitting back in his usual position, like he was expecting me to start pushing him again. And to add fuel to the fire, he looked up while I was pushing him, because what the hell else was I gonna do for the remaining 30 minutes that I paid for, you know? He goes, you're really pretty, by the way. Something in me snapped. I didn't let it show. I just chuckled and said, yeah, I know. I couldn't even muster a thank you with how frustrated I was. I think it was a little towards him, but more towards the situation at the time. That's not even the worst part. I was wearing a backless top, by the way.
Right.
So I was using nipple pads. You know, those stick-on bras. They wouldn't be a problem if I was strolling in the ice like normal, but pushing another human being's weight got me sweaty, which meant the pads were losing its stick, and I needed that to stick. Luckily, it survived until the whole hour, and I got to catch my breath after it all, but it was still stressful. The risk, man, the risks.
This is horrible. This is so horrible. Don't get me wrong, I've heard some bad first dates in my time, so I can't say this is the worst thing I've ever heard, but at the same time, yeah, this sucks. Okay, you know what? I'm just talking to the boys now. Courtship is a beautiful concept. Don't get me wrong. Again, I'm not the most traditional person in the world, but I am a Southerner, so I was raised to know how to court. And courting is what I do when I pursue women. That means you take the women out. You pay for the date. You treat them like they're queens. You give them gifts. You're supposed to be, you know, you don't have to do all that. I know I do the most. I know that I do the most. But that's because that's how I was raised. Some of these dudes just weren't raised like that, and it's okay to be a little bit more casual, to go Dutch. Some people like to go Dutch. That's half and half. That's not me. But going Dutch is better than this. Do anything besides that.
I had lunch, and I couldn't eat properly because if I didn't keep talking, we were silent. Like, I swear,
What?
I try to keep the conversation going, and I get it. It's not easy to keep up a conversation with someone you barely know, especially when he's much more accustomed to chatting than IRL.
He's 24. He's 20. I'm about to rage quit, bro. Oh, no. It's okay. It's okay.
Talking, but so am I. And I'm struggling to keep talking, and I was barely able to finish my food, so I had to take it to go. It's not really a big bad thing. I chose to talk because I don't like silence, but I could already tell we weren't gonna vibe because I like chatting. But if I'm the only one chatting, might as well just be a streamer. So I'm the only one yapping, you know? But hey, like I said, this alone didn't bother me either. I still hope that this day would get better because after this, we would go bowling. Yay!
No.
We kept walking around and we couldn't find the bowling area.
No. Literally no. If I were a woman, I would have left after the first thing. No. Nah. You're not gonna make me push you around in a polar bear, bro. You're not gonna make me push you around in a polar bear and then do anything. If I were a woman, I would have walked out a long time ago. Cause what the heck are we doing? Again, it's the same thing that I was saying earlier. The woman is holding the relationship up. It's not a relationship, it's just a date. But why is she doing all the work? Why are you feeling secondhand embarrassment? Because this is embarrassing. He is a grown man. He's 24. He's older than me.
He mentioned, so I asked a guard and he told us both that it's in renovation. So basically closed, right? So he turns to me and he looks dumbfounded. I was kind of waiting for him to suggest something else he wanted to do because this was his part, you know? Mine was the ice skating and I wanted him to be able to choose whatever he wanted to do. Any activities or hobbies that he wanted to share. Nope. He just stared and shrugged and it was like, I guess. I internally sighed and went,
hell?
how about we go to the arcade? His face lights up and we go to the arcade and he plays a bunch of games. And honestly, at this point, I kind of felt like, damn.
That's kind of funny.
I feel like I'm babysitting. I'm babysitting this 24-year-old man.
Right.
It wasn't even like a whimsical way too. I just felt like I was looking after someone instead of enjoying this time together, you know? But before we continue on in this little journey, you know what I enjoy? Some snacks from Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co.
No!
My tripod broke, so sugar donuts.
Girl, I don't know who you are, but you seem like a pretty cool person. I don't care about this. I want to hear how bad this date was. Aw. Well, look at her. Look, she's cute. She didn't deserve all this nonsense. Well, not being cute would also not... Nobody deserves what she's going through right now. But yeah, she's cute. Good for her.
After that, we still had some time to spare, and I found an archery place to try. And, you know, nothing weird happened there because we were going in by batches, and we were with 3 other people too. But there was this moment I couldn't forget. It wasn't bad or anything, it just stuck with me vividly in my mind. Are you ready for this? We had spaces under the bows to put our bags in. So I put my bag in mine, and when I told him he could put his sling bag in there, he said, nope, I'm fine, and he zipped it up tighter. So now, the thing is strapped clenching for dear life between his boobas, and I was taken aback by it. I didn't know. I don't know what to say. After the archery,
I guess I can understand that actually. You know, wanting to hold on to your bag. Again, I'm a backpack guy. I don't wear satchels because I find them very inconvenient. Backpacks are much bigger, and you can hold a lot more stuff. Usually mine is filled with water. That's why it's usually more than 20 pounds. But when I wear backpacks, it also accentuates my chest. So, you know, it makes me look nice and strong. But I digress.
It was around 4 p.m., a little too early to go home, but I was mentally exhausted through all this. I asked if we could have a snack and we sat down and bought some food. At that point, I asked him about personal things like what he was like in high school or most part of his hobbies besides what I already know about him. The chatting was the most normal part of the day, honestly.
Beautiful.
It was alright. But then I asked him if he liked archery, and he said, yeah, it's alright. I like guns better. Well, good to know. And this one made me kind of switch off for a moment because I knew it really wouldn't work out even if we did date, and this just solidified it because I don't like guns at all. Guns in games like Valorant, yeah, that's fine, but interest in guns in real life is something that I don't really feel comfortable with. Yeah.
I don't really like guns either. Like, I've shot them naturally, but that's because I went to the military. That's not because I have an interest in firearms. Like, when I wasn't required to shoot them, I never went to the gun range. There's a gun shop friggin' in Belleville over there. I don't go to that. I'm not gonna go out of my way to procure a firearm, especially not because I would rather fight somebody than shoot them. You know, if I've got to choose.
There's gun violence happening in the world, but that wasn't why I didn't like it, although that's part of it too now. But back then, it was a bit more specific. I have friends with interest in guns, but dating someone with that interest, that made me feel uneasy.
Right. It's like how I have friends who smoke and vape, but I would never date somebody who did. Exactly.
Because I think they're gonna shoot someone. No, I just don't like it. When I was a kid, I used to play with random kids, and sometimes some of the boys were nice and gentle, but their fathers think they're too feminine, so they buy them toy guns and pellet guns, and suddenly they became absolute assholes and bullies. Like I tell ya, that's why I didn't like it. That's just a personal thing for me, so this guy liking guns, it's no problem at all, but definitely I wouldn't like that for a partner. So after chatting with him, I called my dad, asking him to just pick me up. I'm sorry guys, but it'll get worse. I was saying goodbye because I was gonna meet my dad, but he was adamant to walk me to where my dad was. I said no, that's okay, but he kept insisting.
No, you just met me. You don't get to meet my parents. I will slap you.
Guys, if a person says no, it's not a test or a suggestion. He kept insisting, so we walked to my dad. My dad didn't know this was a date, by the way.
Did your dad slap him? Please. Please tell me your dad punched him or something.
At this point, he thought I was hanging out with friends, and my dad was overall friendly and all smiles, so he wasn't intimidating at all. I introduced them to each other, and then when my dad offered a handshake, he reached out, pulled back, reached out again, pulled back again before connecting that motherfucking handshake. And he wasn't done. He suddenly bent down 90 degrees and gave my dad a Japanese bow.
Goodbye. All right, I overreacted a little. I can admit that. Are you guys okay? You fell from a pretty far height. Are you guys okay?
This isn't a case of cultural differences, by the way. He's not Japanese. He's Filipino. He's just a weeb. I was mortified. Grown-ass man, guys. This is what I meant when I said he felt younger than me. That's the kind of shit I'd pull when I was in high school.
No, Nexus.
Not now. Not even when I was 22. I immediately pulled my dad and waved goodbye, and as we go, I whispered to my dad, "So what did you think of him?" And he said,
Kick him.
He's pretty weird. Which made me so shocked because my dad's cringe tolerance or anything weird is non-existent. His patience is so long, it's commendable. And he never said anything weird about me when I had my cringe anime phase or about my friends at all. If anything, he says nice things about them. So when he said this, I was so shocked. This was the first time my dad actually had a somewhat not so good opinion about someone. Holy shit. Right? So yeah, that's what happened, guys. Do I think it's a disaster?
Yeah!
Not really. I think there are way worse first dates.
Yes! The answer is yes! That was horrible. That was so horrible. That was the most awkward and ridiculous thing I've seen in a while. 24 years old. It would be acceptable if you guys were 12 and 13. Like, this is what I was talking about earlier when I said the middle school, high school relationships, those are supposed to be the testing waters phase, because you're not yet expected to be emotionally mature. You're not expected to actually understand the complexities of romance, nor the vulnerability that comes with it, nor the actual self-development and that self-actualization that enhances a romantic experience, or even the attempt at such. You guys are just in it for the vibes. Like, that's when you're supposed to do all this absolute cringe nonsense and act like you ain't got no sense. But 24 years... Hold on. No. Let me stop.
Stories out there in the world. I honestly didn't even see this as a date. To me, it was just a hangout with a friend because I didn't really expect anything romantic to happen. And even with that standard, even when that was the case, looking at it as a hangout, it wasn't fun at all.
Horrible.
I think this was just a case of mismatched personalities. I do hope that anyone watching this, that your first date goes well. And I hope this video doesn't make you guys think that first dates aren't fun. They're not, but that's just me. What kind of first dates did you guys have?
My first date was at McDonald's when I was 13, and I was very happy. It was a fun experience with somebody that I at least had a little bit of chemistry with. It was not anywhere near as absolutely mortifying is that?
You guys have fun? Did you guys like your date partner? Let me know in the comments. Big thanks to my patrons: Jackson Darden, Elzone, Mello, Miley, Similar Sound, Kuya Daniel, Style Toaster, Or the Star, Conjure, Anuyushi, Gungelian, Jokers at Mila, Jacob K, Mindhack, Kalchua, Scar Aidenham, Christian V, Kieran, and The Land of Dreams.
Summer in the Philippines is no joke. Rosmo, ayo. I guess this flow was broken by that horrible date. Holy crap, I really hate when adults can act their age. My gosh. Whoa. 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 Damn it. Alright, this is 100% not about love. This is Pokemon. Well, this is Pokemon friggin' Starter Squad. My bad. This is a Starter Squad thing by Shippage. They created this presumably to show us what the Caterpie squad was doing. I don't know if you guys have seen my Starter Squad videos, but if you haven't, then please go watch them. They are delicious. But I digress. Let's do this. Okay. Punch with those little arms. Good job, Caterpies. Heck yeah, boy. Aww. No, don't. What's wrong? Oh, crud. Ugh. Capture target Snorlax, capture the Snorlax. We are gonna go ahead and capture the Snorlax. Oh no. What? Okay, I'm leaving. Jeez. Little goobers. So this is just a little team of 3 that they sent to capture more Pokemon to defeat Charmander. Understood. Is this? Oh my god! Yes, you should have sent out a water type. Return the Pokemon to the Pokeball. You are very well able to do that. You do not have to just watch them drown. These bugs are as dumb as insects would be, huh? Ay. And you're gonna sit on them? Oh, goodness. May I please rest? Hey, it's a swimmer. Alright. Oh! Hey, yo, man, I'm about to pass out. Please let me rest. Oh, God. For heaven's sake, just return the Pokemon! No, it wasn't. Now they've lost it. And now they're dead. Okay. Ah! Oh, no! Oh! You idiot! You were not supposed to spray me in my eye! This is why we have water, guys. Jeez, get out of the road! Oh my god. Yep, they are as dumb as insects are supposed to be, bro. Get out of the road. There's a sidewalk right there! Well, okay, maybe that's just a fog line. Just get in the grass. My lord, get on the grass! Oh, it's Snorlax. Snorlax! He looks tired, naturally. Oh, great. No! Ah! Bro, why are you doing this? Just fall on him. Fall on him. You idiots! What did you do? What did they do? How did you break the Pokeballs? I guess they just got ran over too many times. This singer said, "Gosh darn it, you fools! I'm gonna kill you!" Primate. Okay, Snorlax, you can defeat a Primate. Oh, God! Watch out! And now they're dead again. Alright then. Slush. Mmm. Green apple. Oh, crud. I guess that... Alright then. I guess they failed. And now we're going to another Snorlax. Oh, we're gonna try again. Now do not fail me this time or you will die. Please give me this. A wild Snorlax appeared. Jeez. My brother and they literally returned the Rattata just to kill it again. You guys are failures. Complete failures. He's just sitting there waiting for you to do something. Why would you do that? Because what the heck? You killed me twice? He doesn't even have the Pokeball now. For God's sakes, you need to attack the Snorlax. His breast. Just stop doing that! Oh no! Oh no! No! Help! Bro, punch him in the throat so he coughs that thing up. Do something! Yes, that's exactly what you should be doing. Jump on him! Jump on him! Hold on! I'll help too! Jump on him! Jump on him! Oh, good job! We did it! Yeah! Teamwork! Teamwork, boys! We just did that. Holy crap, we just did that. Oh my god, is he gonna get out? No, 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 no! He's getting out. Well, frick. That's stupid. That's... No. That should not be as funny to me as it is. He didn't even let him get a note out. This man said, "Insect." Ugh. Disgusting. Like, he got up immediately. A rock? Oh, the Geodude from before. Jesus. That's not how it works. Stop that! Okay, I didn't even do it that time. Ooh! Okay. It shouldn't be funny to me, because that's freaking tragic, but yeah, rest in peace. You know what? Moment of silence for Rattata. Rest and punch through the dock, because my god. Oh! Yes! He's a fighting type! He can at least handle one hit. Ooh! Okay, that Machop is not that strong. Okay, he's not that strong, guys. Ugh! Okay, try and catch him already. No! Well, that's just mean. Okay, you can catch him now. He tripped over the... Why don't you dummies know how to recall your Pokemon? For God's sake. All you had to do was recall him. This is your fault. This is... Good, go home. Wait, you're just dragging him? God dang! This is the strongest caterpillar I've ever seen. I mean, I know Snorlax isn't that heavy, but... 1,000 pounds? I ain't never seen a caterpillar pull 1,000 pounds. I ain't never seen that in my life. Excuse me? And, oh, 1,002 pounds. Nah, hold on. How much does Caterpie weigh? How much does Caterpie weigh? 1,014 pounds. Plus 3 pounds. Or, plus 7 pounds. So he's carrying 1,021 pounds. Apparently. My God. And he's running. He is running with 1,000 pounds attached to him. No! Okay. This is the Pokemon equivalent of Caleb dragging an entire cruise ship onto land. Freaking insane. Unimaginable. Literally yeah, it was a problem. Because what? Ah! He's evolving! Yay! No! He can't even drag it back up because he evolved. He can't do anything about this. No! Good job, buddy. You were the best. Yeah! Yeah, boy! Oh yes, that was freaking beautiful. That was actually incredible. That was amazing. That was stupendous. Friggin' scrupulous. I loved it.
As a kid, I grew up...
Alright, another Pokemon themed episode. This is Which Pokemon Type Best Fits Each BFDI Character by Arizun. Oh yeah, we're in here.
As a kid, I grew up with two things I truly loved. BFDI and Pokemon.
Pokemon!
Do the two have any correlation? Aside from the...
Pokemon. Let's do it. I wanna be the very best. Like no one ever was.
Them both having odd creatures in their respective series that people obsess over, they also have typings, as of today. Since I'm giving the original 21 BFDI characters Pokemon typing...
My whole life is meant to this. Time to test my skills. They know I just can't win. Gonna show the world. Born to be a winner. Johto, born to be a champion. Born to be a winner. Born to be the very best. Pokemon.
Based on the representation throughout all of BFDI.
Born to be a winner.
He's never been classified on what material he's made out of. So let's go based off his personality.
Normal.
He's a prankster for a majority of the series and has caused multiple deaths throughout his journey.
Very normal.
I'd say he's a fighter to get what he wants and will push anyone aside for his sake. Besides his guys in Woody.
Normal
so
dark.
I'd classify him as a dark type for his pranks and fighting for him to push back. Bubble.
Nah, bro. Blocky is literally a cube. He's just a normal type. Maybe normal dark, but not fighting.
Easily gets water as one of her typings for Bubbles being made out of soap and, you guessed it, poison water. But Bubble can potentially get one more typing.
Just water.
Since she has been shown multiple times to be very light in weight, being able to float, and more so just show abilities that are abnormal.
Maybe.
I classify Bubble as a water fairy type for these reasons. But when she eats a yoil cake, aka evolves or whatever, she'll turn into Metal Bubble and change both of her typings to only Steel. Coiny with his physical appearance
I don't know. I would definitely call this singer just Just a water type. Just a water type.
Being a copper penny, it's easy to
And this guy is just steel.
put one of his typings as steel. But for his other typing, I mean, I think throughout all of BFDI and a decent bit of Teapot, he's shown to take the initiative for his own sake.
I don't know. These guys, I don't think most of these cats would have secondary types, but hey, it's your video.
Which I would say that he's a fighter at heart, making him a steel fighting type. But for the same reason as Bubble, he can evolve if you give him an item like the piece of bread in Teapot 6.
Really?
Since he becomes a bit calmer and a negotiator.
Really?
I'd classify Bread Coiny
Steel
as a steel and normal.
Jesus
David
Christ.
is pretty straightforward in my opinion.
Why is he bread?
Says little to no words, kinda just exists, based on the basic humans we are. I guess you could possibly say he's a flying type since he was able to guide the paper airplane in BFB 5. But that
Just
doesn't classify
normal.
as anything in my opinion. So I'd say David is a normal type. But when you give him the Thunderstone, yeah, we're getting really specific now.
What?
He goes into his electric mode, making him a straight electric type
Angry
instead.
David.
Eraser isn't really made of any material that would put him under any current Pokemon typings. So for his first typing, I would honestly just put him as normal.
Normal?
That's not to say he's a bland character like David. Throughout a showcase,
Ooh, I don't know. See, all of that electricity is really just meant to be static because he's yelling. Like it's just him making noise. So like I don't know about electric type. Like he would be a sound type, which is also normal.
in the show, I would say he goes for what he wants as well. He's not as mischievous or
Wait, no, he can be a dark type. Yeah, if anything, make him a dark and fairy type. He's pink. That's the only reason that he would be fairy, but he would be dark.
quote-unquote evil as Blocky has been. So I wouldn't give him Dark as his second typing. He has fought with Teardrop on multiple occasions and has worked hard for his team. So I'd say Eraser is a normal fighting type. Fiery. He's a fire type. What else do you want me to say? He doesn't really have anything crazy that stands out that gives him an ability, but I guess besides him turning into metal, the Yo-Yo Kick though is more so Bubbles' thing and one other character's, so I wanted to give that to her. Flower is actually way simpler than you'd think. She is classified as a plant, which gives her the physical trait of grass, and she has shown multiple times throughout more than half her showcasing in the BFDI series to be a jerk and to unalive contestants.
You could call her dark, but I think that she would actually be fairy. Because fairies can be mischievous and destructive too.
So I'd put her other typing as dark. But what happens when her abilities awaken when you watch BFDI A12? She is shown to mega evolve into the almighty godmother for Ruby. No, not that scene, this scene. With abilities like that, and it could technically be classified as psychic, but for this, godmothers and fairy tales would make sense to have the typing, well, fairy. So for Mega Flower, I'm giving her grass fairy. Golf Ball's an interesting case because I couldn't really think of too many things that could relate.
Nah, Golf Ball would definitely be like she's intelligent, and intelligent is associated with the psychic type. So you got to give her psychic.
To her gadgets and abilities.
Psychic normal.
I think an easy first typing has to be normal because Golf Ball can't really be classified under another typing in my opinion. So for her other abilities, it's very mixed. She's made materials out of steel, fire, some healing, and just a jack of all trades and everything. So to me, the only other typing that makes sense for Golf Ball is to make her a normal Psychic just for being the brainiac that she is. With Ice Cube, with her ugly face, she becomes a dark type since she's evil, and I'm going to give her the fire type as well so she melts. I'm kidding, she's another easy one. Ice Cube isn't really much of a fighter, but she's got a bit of a noggin for figuring things out in challenges.
Just ice,
But this is too simple for her. She is easily just a standalone ice type.
Yeah.
Leafy I can actually mix up a bit. I want to say that she's a standalone grass type.
I mean, yeah, Leafy would just be a grass type. You could probably... Nah, I wouldn't do anything else, but you probably will, so I'm gonna listen to you.
Which she is. What, did you think I was going to do another stupid rant like Ice Cube?
I don't know.
On, my jokes aren't that unoriginal. But for another form for her, I want to go with her metal form. I know I was keeping it solely for Bubble, but I wrote that 10 months ago. Yeah, I've been putting off this script for like a year now. Fiery can get one, but Leafy's makes way more sense to have it for her. Being that
no, but Leafy also has Evil Leafy. Evil Leafy can make her a dark type,
was a
like
staple for her
Shiftry.
Throughout BFDIA and apparently in IDFB. Steel and Dark goes to her for being evil as she is. See, we get to a character like Match, and when I look at her, I think of just straight fire.
Grass fire. grass fire. Match is made of wood. That means that she's a grass.
Fire type because she's able to burn, and that's really much it. But then I remember that she's made out of wood, and for wood, I'd honestly classify that under the grass typing.
Yeah.
And to be fair, that's a pretty cool mix in my opinion, so I kind of want to give Match grass and fire for her typing.
Skill villain.
But if you know the Pokemon Furfrou from Gen 6, yeah, Blue Match and Rainbow Match are customizable appearances for her. Does the typing change?
Nah.
No, but it looks cool. Rainbow! I feel like
Rainbow.
we're on a roll though with contestants that are very just obvious based on what they are.
Yeah.
So we talk about Needle next. Like, come on, what is Needle made out of?
Needle is definitely steel fighting, bro. If you're gonna give Coiny the fighting type and not Needle, Needle is the scrappy one. Coiny is just the off-brand. Like, you have to give her the fighting type if we're just gonna do secondary types.
Hydrophilic acid, so she's a poison type. Yeah, she's a steel type. I do want to give her one more thing though, because when I think of her
she's a
character
fighter.
and I see her
She
character,
literally
she's a
fights
fighter.
everybody.
Personality-wise and physically-wise. She doesn't back down, so for that extra typing, I'm going to make Needle a steel fighting type. Now Pen's typing I like. He is mostly made out of plastic, so I can't give him anything crazy.
But Ink is poisonous.
He's just a simple guy for a majority of his run.
Mind
and
you.
He's not super mischievous like his buddies. So I want to give him a normal type for this.
But
But
Ink is
also, I'm
poisonous.
going to give him a water type as well. Now,
Huh.
why?
Maybe.
I mean, when you think of him, he's made out of ink. I mean, what else is ink made out of?
I guess.
Hydrophilic acid. But one
What?
ability that I
What?
like from him is Capless Pen.
What is hydrophilic acid? That's not even a thing.
Hydrophilic acid?
That's not a thing.
But one
It's
ability that I
hydrofluoric
like from
acid.
him is Capless Pen. So I kind of see it as a more confident Pen who tries and is a fighter. Since the ink is still clearly visible, I'm going to keep the water ability and make Capless Pen a water fighting type. Now here's some cool typings
The
that we
Mega
can do.
Evolution.
With Pencil being next,
Just
seemingly first,
grass.
she could be a normal type.
Grass and dark, without question, bro.
But that is way too boring for her
Grass
character.
and dark.
So what else is there to add?
Again.
Dark because she's a bit mischievous?
a bit
Now,
mischievous.
honestly-
The girl's genocidal. In the first friggin' season of the show, she murdered several dozen people. That's her whole character. She doomed the entire universe.
See, I'm
yes!
going to give her the grass ability as well.
Bro, give her Dark and Fairy. Screw all that.
Like, she's made of wood like Match. So for Pencil, that's going to work as well. But we cannot forget about Powered Up Pencil and Teapot 19. That's an easy choice for an ability to give her Psychic. Blasters, Disforming, and Floating. Pencil with the Power Up is easily a Grass Psychic type.
Pencil
Now,
is
here's
evil.
probably one of the easiest ones we got besides basic ones like Fiery.
Pencil is actually evil.
Pin is easily hands down just a base Steel type. I would add Dark for her evil personality, but based on chronological stuff, she's not that evil person that she used to be.
Pencil is
so with her
literally evil,
I'm just
though.
going to give her Steel type. But as for her Mega Form, this is
Still
actually
Steel
what
type.
brought me to make this video.
Ooh, maybe Fire
I mean,
type.
come on. Electric powers, Steel Drill, and the ability to fly? Oh, wait,
Electric Steel?
Fine
Yeah.
isn't her type.
Magnetone.
But regardless,
Magnezone.
this cool set of typings she gets is Steel and Electric. As we move on to Rocky, I was actually
Rock and
thinking for a
Poison.
good bit of what his typing should be. I'm like, ground? Yeah, I mean, rocks are from the ground.
Nah, Rock and Poison. Easy money.
Then poison, because he also throws up. Then I remembered that, rock is a type. Just
Yeah.
to make things simpler, his other form is Acid Rocky, since he did technically have a
Nasty.
period of time where he couldn't
Nasty.
throw up. So his other one
Nasty.
is Rock Poison type. Now for Snowball, he could honestly be a couple,
Ice.
but two simple ones come to mind. Based on his appearance, I think he's clearly only got one typing that suits him being Ice. But as for another,
Maybe
he
fighting.
wouldn't have another if it wasn't for his whole personality.
I don't
mean,
know.
what is Snowball? A fighter and a leader. So even though he's a bit mean,
Maybe
I wouldn't
fight-
consider
yeah,
him a
fighting
dark
might
type
work.
instead. Rather, I would consider Snowball to be an ice fighting type.
Yeah,
Now, as we
I
kind
see
of get
that.
into one of my most favorite ones,
Now, Spongy's definitely just a water type, bro. I saw poison in the thumbnail. I don't think so. Spongy's not Britney Spears. He's not toxic.
not just being that I love him, Spongy has an interesting mix. He's a sponge, so what does he actually fit into? Well, the one thing that he always absorbs is anything liquid-based.
He's not that
So an
toxic.
easy one to make for his first typing is water.
Aw.
But as for the second one, I wasn't going to add one until I realized something.
He is not
Spongy is a
toxic.
very, very smelly contestant.
No.
Nobody likes to stink. Except me. But also as well, I remembered BFDIA 23 and how he didn't get affected by the bugs. And then it hit me. Just like Pineapple.
He's immune to poison.
He's a poison type since he stinks and doesn't get affected by other poison.
He is immune to poison. I guess that. All right. Maybe you could also argue that makes him a steel type, though.
No, I mean dead
Not
serious.
gonna lie.
When have we actually ever seen him get poisoned in the series in general? This dude alone
I
is
guess
actually
poison.
a water poison type.
I guess.
As for another water type, we move on to our next character
Teardrop.
being Teardrop.
Yeah.
Teardrop alone is a bit of a fighter, but honestly, I really don't want to give her that type. I consider fighters to be like their whole personality like Snowball, but Teardrop just uses her abilities in a realistic manner. So actually, what she will have is different forms that she can transform into.
Teardrop is
for
pretty scrappy, though.
Acid Drop. That's an
Acid
easy one,
Drop.
making her a standalone poison type. Transform into a cloud, making her a water flying
flying
type,
type.
and then obviously just her standalone base, just being Teardrop, water type. With Tennis Ball again, I'd honestly say just the same exact case for Golf Ball.
Exactly.
Made out of nothing crazy and has cool capabilities on hand. I would like to talk about him more, but the argument I gave for Golf Ball is honestly just the same for him. Made out of simple material, making him a normal type, plus being able to have all those crazy gadgets, making him a psychic type as well. And with our last original contestant though,
It's just
we move
Woody.
on to Woody.
Leaf.
Woody I can't say is a fighter like he was in BFB. He
Leaf
did
boy.
stand up for himself a bit more, but obviously we saw that wasn't fully him at the end of
Yeah, just grass for you. Maybe grass normal, actually.
BFB. I wouldn't say he's just a normal type and doesn't have anything going for him. So what is he? Well, like I said, for other
I'd say
characters like
grass
Pencil,
normal.
who's made out of wood, and also characters like Match, who's also made out of wood, and since it seems to be pretty obvious, Woody is clearly made out of
Wood.
hydrophilic
Balsa.
acid.
He's
a grass
made of balsa wood.
type. But we can't end off without giving him his cool other form as well, being Mech Woody.
Heck yeah,
He did
boy.
make the whole bridge out of glass, being flying, and he does have steel items and gear at his disposal. So between these
Steel.
three types that represent him, being grass, flying, and steel, I will say that Mech
Steel.
Woody alone is a grass steel type.
Yeah.
Not to say that flying wouldn't be good, but I do want to go based off his
Pig.
actual appearance as well. Since in my opinion, that is what should help make up our type a little bit. And with that, we have the full complete Pokédex for BFDI Season 1. Now, was this video necessary? Actually, kind of. Because I
Maybe.
plan to use these abilities to make actual BFDI cards. That'll be for a
Wow.
future video. Depending on how well this video gets received with subscribers and likes, I'll go from there. As always, I'll see you next time.
I mean, yeah, that would be cool. That would be pretty cool. Some BFDI cards. Ooh, my boys, my boys, my boys, my boys, my boys. Karaoke stream, I don't know, someday. My boys.
Man, isn't love such a beautiful, beautiful
Do you guys believe in soulmates?
Okay, hold on. I thought they were from the same person.
Man,
that's
isn't-
that's the reason. But no, this one is I was forced to date her by Shazi. My old Shazi boy. His big hat boy.
Man, isn't love such a beautiful, beautiful thing? Finally finding that other missing piece of the puzzle, which when combined
Non-existy would be the ghost type.
into making you whole. There's
yeah.
truly not a lot that could be better than that. Not even money itself. Now imagine finding a piece of the puzzle and you don't really want to connect those pieces together, you know? Heart's just not really in it for those specific pieces, but it ends up getting put together regardless without you even
Ugh.
wanting them to.
Yeah.
How would that make you feel, huh?
Hugging, by the way.
Did that analogy even make sense?
I mean, kind of. Yes, because when you have a puzzle, you're going to have those pieces that almost fit together, but not quite. And if you have a small child, then this small child will ignore the fact that they clearly don't fit and shove one of the pieces into the other one anyway. So yes. Also, the adjective you're looking for is invasive. That would make us feel invasive. No, they would be invasive. We would feel violated.
Pretty much something along the lines of that happened to me back in middle school.
Aw.
And what makes it even worse is the fact that the only reason why it even happened was because of my own friends. Absolute good-for-nothing scoundrels. And I know one of them is most likely watching this video because they're the reason I even remembered this happened. So, I'm not going to say F you, but just hit my line so we can tango. All right, roll the intro.
Tango? How you gonna tango over the phone? You need music for that. Adorable. Yay! How cute.
So boom, like I said earlier, this story takes place all the way back in my first ever year of middle school.
By the way, I've already told the story a lot, and hopefully I can make a story time out of it eventually. But since my major story, romance-wise, was also middle school, I'm gonna interject where I can. I've got to. I've got to draw the parallels.
High-key one of, if not the best years of school I've ever experienced.
Wow.
Facts. Everything about it was so peak, and I feel like I hear a lot of people dissing it. It was an entire fresh new start to my middle school journey from the BS that was elementary. Getting to be in a way bigger school than before, new friends, just a whole lot of new opportunities, right? But to be honest, the truth of the matter is high-key all of that. Because if I'm being honest, the main thing that was truly carrying 6th grade for me was no other than...
This girl? Wait, no, his friend. Sports. Lock in.
Lunch.
Oh.
Big bag. And no, not because of the disgusting Resident Evil ass chum bucket food that they were concocting in that school, but because of the specific people I had at my lunch.
His friend.
My 6th grade lunch had a mixture of the best people in there ever. I had hella of my close friends in there that I couldn't see because we didn't have any classes together. There was a little section of kids who would unite together and play like Clash Royale and Clash of Clans, which me and the homies were all addicted to back then. A group of class clowns that would randomly wreak havoc and repeat memes that were probably hella funny back in like 2016 to 2017. And one specific group that has never escaped my memory. The 8th grade table beat makers.
Ooh, hold on. Nah. Lunchtime in middle school was always pretty cool. See, during my first year of middle school, I went to this big Northeast Academic Academy. This school that mixed a regular middle school, and a gifted middle school. We all just integrated together, had these little classes together. I didn't really know anybody there. 6th grade was very shy for me. I was a very boring kid, so I didn't really do much of anything. Didn't really know much of anybody. Then I came over here, and my middle school was small, so everybody knew everybody, okay? And we had cool people. We had our beat makers, our Rubik's Cube people, our athletes. We had, the normals. So lunch wasn't as eventful for me, but I'm glad that his was pretty cool.
Yeah, let's just go with that. Kid you not, every day when you walked into cafeteria, all you'd hear to the left of the room was...
He's on the table. What the heck? What in the... Dang.
Yeah, teacher would inevitably come over and tell him to shut that shit up. Now, on a random day during lunch, when we sat down next to the future Metro Boomins and Pureborns, there was a girl sitting pretty close to them who we're gonna call Nyla. I'm assuming she was kind of hanging out with the table beat makers. I think she was low-key part of the little gang they were in. No racial, of course. I know they're all black, so let me chill.
Right, because they're all everybody's black. So what am I gonna call my girl? We'll call her Mani. Yeah, we'll call her Mani.
So as I'm eating lunch with the gangies, I would catch Nyla sneaking in these little glimpses at me and like whispering to her homegirl, which was kind of making me mad because I thought she was talking shit about me to her friend. And you already know Big SY not standing for none of that. None of that.
What the...
For all of that lunch period, we just kept on glancing at each other with no words until the one time the loop was broken. I looked at her, she looked at me, did a little whisper to her friend. Friend smiles mischievously while nodding her head. Then Nyla looks back at me and says, "Hey, what's your name?" And flabbergastingly, I think that's a word? Flabbergastingly say my name to her, probably mad voice crackage as I said it. After that, she started light convo with me, like asking about myself in school and things of that nature.
Cool.
But while also slick sprinkling a little riz in the middle of her sentences.
Ooh.
And not even just with her words, with her actions as well. She looked me up and down, eyelids slightly lowered, palm on the cheek, head tilted to the side, little hair twirls. You know the signs. Her little friend was also kiki on the side, which was PM.
Kiki. I don't know why, but I like that onomatopoeia. It's hilarious to me. Yeah, mine was not that. Mine wasn't even that casual. Like I said, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I thought that it would be cool for me to have a crush. I just thought that people had crushes, and there was nobody in my school that I could even be attracted to because I was in 8th grade. Mine was 8th grade. His was 6th grade. So I just picked a name out of a hat. It was basketball season. There was only one 8th grader on the basketball team. She was also black. She was cool. So I just said, "Hey, this is my crush now." Somebody overheard it. It got to her friends. Next morning, her friends just pushed her over to me. And I'm not kidding. They pushed her over to me while we were in gym. So that's how mine started.
Mowing me? Then she gets to calling me cute and all that, which is like, whoa.
Heck yeah.
Pump the brakes. Then here I was, just a fat chud. If any other guy were in my situation, they'd probably be reciprocating energies with her, you know, head over heels, because she was high-key applying that pressure in the first 10 minutes of knowing her. But hey, Shazi, what you said in the embarrassing school stories that still haunt me video at approximately 1 minute and 32 seconds in?
I'll be honest, I was not paying attention to girls back then. I was hanging out with boys.
Bro, what did you just say?
Because you were in middle school, and that's okay.
You're gay!
That's okay.
He's gay!
Jesus.
So while she's slick rizzing me nicely, I'm sitting there mad, awkward, confused, flustered, embarrassed a little.
But that happened to me in 6th grade too. Like in 6th grade, when I still went to Northeast, there was this one girl. We're gonna call her Eva. This one girl who sat next to me in our was it mythology? Yeah, it was a Greek mythology class. There was a little honey homecoming dance coming up. I didn't even go. I didn't know about extracurriculars in 6th grade at all. She drew a little heart on my notebook and said, you know, if you wanted to. She clearly knew more about this school thing than me. I didn't know what extracurriculars were. I didn't even know if they were an option. I'd never been asked about them. I'd never been asked to them. But, you know, she made a little pass at me and it flew right over my head. I kind of regretted it later, but I moved, so it didn't matter.
Completely out of words to say. That's when my own best friends who were sitting beside me at the table and saw the little funky ass predicament I was in
cute.
Start trying to chip in for me.
No!
And start getting me to riz her by speaking for me. Nah, Shazi dead likes you though. Like
no.
he tells me,
stop.
What did he say that
Shut
one time
up.
when we were on the game?
Be quiet.
He said like he saw you in the halls that one time. Yes,
what?
Right. That he saw you in the halls one time on his way to class.
She's just
and
looking.
Once he laid eyes on you, his mind just was fixated. I mean, wow. Like it's crazy. He for real likes you, right, Shazi?
That's stupid.
And for some reason, it's
what?
Like, Shazi. And for some reason, it seemed like what they were doing was actually working on her.
Right. It was the same. It was kind of the same with me. It was her friends, not mine. But they just pushed her up to you. They just pushed her up to me and told me to ask her to be my girlfriend. They didn't ask me. They just straight told me. The entire interaction was no more than a minute. And me, my little 8th grade self, I said, well, would you like to be my girlfriend? She said, oh, no, give me a day to think about it. And that was it. It was like 30 seconds max. Like, I'm just in the gym, and I see two girls just pushing her to me.
Somehow, even though quite literally nothing being said was coming out of my mouth.
So
after my friends came on going back and forth with Nyla looking over at her friend and the occasional giggles from her alongside my 2 to 3 words every now and then. Nyla boldly in front of the whole lunch table, because by now damn near everybody at the table was watching in confusion, asks me if I wanted to be her boyfriend.
Right, because that's how it is. Because that's how it is in middle school. You don't do this talking bullcrap or this dating stuff. You just put a title to it. I hate the talking stage. I don't believe it should exist. Dating is cool. Dating is necessary when you're an adult and you actually have emotional attachment to throw into it. But in middle school, nah. You're either in it or you're out. What do you decide?
I don't think I've ever been more confused and befuddled in my entire life than in this specific moment of time. Because, like, how did this happen? Within like 10 minutes, just out of nowhere. I've never seen this woman a day of my life. Then all of a sudden, she just on me heavy, asking me to be her man. I was genuinely put on the spot here. I didn't want to say yes, because like, what? But I also didn't want to say no.
Because then
like,
she'd be
to
sad.
do that in front of the whole table would be kind of messed up, you know? And after all that shit my friends were putting me through to put me on, if I said no on our way back to class, they were bound to put pause on me.
What? There's no way your friends were gonna jump you over something like that. It is funny how apparently it's more common than I thought for these relationships to just stem from your first conversation with someone.
So, yeah. After that, lunch had ended, and on the way back to class, my friends were in my ears about how I should be thanking them.
That's
but I
stupid.
didn't even want her.
That's so
I had
freaking
this quote-unquote
stupid.
lunch girlfriend who I was most likely
Aww.
going to be seeing every day now. And it made
Little
me feel
kids.
really weird. Hella weird. Because I dead felt forced to accept. And mind you, I didn't even know shit about Nyla at
Right.
all. What kind
You
of
don't know
hornswoggle
this girl.
is that? Slowly but surely, though, I started to come to the conclusion that she might have been trolling the whole time.
Maybe.
Surely. Because like I was saying, while that whole ordeal was going on, she'd look over at her friend and just couldn't stop laughing.
That's just what kids do, though, when they talk about anything. They just start. No, I feel that's not even kids. Like, if you're just with your best friend in a space and something is going on that's even a little bit unorthodox, and you just look at them, you just glance at them, just make the tiniest little towards them, you're gonna start laughing. Guys do that too. That's not.
Surely
That's
she
not.
couldn't be serious,
That's
right?
normal.
But even if that was the case, it still felt really weird to me. Next time at lunch, I purposely sat away from where we sat last time to maybe, avoid her
'Cause she's gonna-
respectfully.
she's gonna
8 minutes
come to
after me and
you.
The homie sat down. Guess who sat directly in front
She's
of
gonna
us?
come to you.
Nyla and her friend.
Oh no!
It was like this where
My
we
earbuds.
sat last time to maybe,
Yeah, she's gonna
avoid
come to
her
you, bro.
respectfully. 8 minutes after me and the homie sat down. Guess who sat directly in front of us? Nyla.
Because my little middle school girl did that to me too. Whenever we started class in the computer lab, she would get up, walk to the front where I was, and just say, "Jamil." It didn't matter where she was sitting. She would just get up and walk over to me. It was actually really cute. It made me feel special. Sometimes it was a little bit embarrassing, but it was funny.
And her friend. It was like this for weeks, damn near a month. She'd sit where me and my friend sat.
Mhm.
She'd be talking to me. I'd sit there awkwardly not knowing what to say while she rizzed my shit. My
Duh.
friends and her friends watching while laughing and giggling while eating popcorn on the sidelines. It was the most just weird and unserious situation I've ever been put in. Like, what are we really doing,
Like,
bro?
well, you can't really do much of anything because you're 11 years old, but it's a fun thought.
She would ask me all kinds of things like if I wanted to meet her family, ask for my socials,
Wow.
where we would go on dates together, which
Wow.
mind you, I am a broke, fresh into 6th grade loser while she's in 8th grade.
God,
Like what is that?
Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. I didn't realize she was in 8th grade now. Because in 8th grade, that's when people actually start imagining things. My 8th grade was a little bit more involved. Like, jeez. Like, you're not a loser for being broke when you're 11. You can't do anything. Like, what do you mean? You're just a normal child. But 8th grade, I mean, she's still a child, but she's entering into her teen years. That's a little, I don't know, that's a little odd. I feel like 6th grade and 8th grade, it's only 2 years, but it's a very significant 2 years. Like, my 6th grade self was kind of just floating in the middle of the air. My 8th grade self was too, but dang, I
What
don't
were
know.
you expecting out of me?
I don't know,
I
bro.
have nothing. There was even this one time after lunch when it was time for everybody to go back to classes. This girl, honest to God, leans in for a kiss.
What?
Not fully leaned in, but like lips puckered near me. She
I don't know what I was expecting. Yeah, that was the same in my 8th grade. But this time we were actually in this apartment. Yeah, we were in the apartment. And, we were waiting for my mother to come home. And I just brought her with me because she lived, like, really close to me. And I was just in the fridge. She pokes her head over the fridge with her lips puckered and her eyes closed, waiting for me to kiss her. So was that my first kiss? I don't know. I had kissed a couple of people before that in elementary school, but, well, it wasn't me kissing them. Because I had this little friend in elementary school who I kind of became a bully. I did bully her a little bit because everybody else bullied her. That was me giving it to peer pressure. But she kissed me. And then my cousin kissed me. Because we were little kids and we were just on the computer. I don't know why. I don't know why we did that. Because kids like to do stuff. Apparently, that's a very common thing. Just little kids kissing each other. Because one of my friend's kids just told me about that too. And I'm like, aren't you? You're not even 10. But like, I did it when I was a kid, I guess so. But no, my first real kiss was in my own apartment.
Knew what she was doing.
So
now, what do you think Shazi did?
Backed
A,
up.
leaned in and kissed.
Backed up.
B, screamed in her face.
Oh.
C, ran away.
C.
D, sat there like a flustered dunderhead, sweating.
Okay, D. The answer was definitely D, because I don't think you're like me.
D is absolutely correct.
Because I kissed the girl, but you're in 6th grade. In 6th grade, I wouldn't have even thought about doing that. But in 8th grade, I said, screw it. Let's go.
I just sat there until she eventually...
Next thing you know, I was pinned against the counter. Don't do that. Don't do that. Bro, 8th graders can be pretty fast. Not gonna lie. Just stay safe out there, boys.
He laughed it off with their friend as they walked out of the cafeteria. And all I remember is the disgusted faces my friends were making at me and the anger emitting from them. It was so dumb. In a way, I kind of feel bad because she honestly was pretty nice. Even if she was just trolling, which I'm pretty sure she was. But I just couldn't give the energy she was giving to me, bro.
She wasn't.
Anytime she started talking to me, my brain would legit start lagging. And I'm pretty sure she could see that. But yeah, not gonna lie, eventually, I think that little troll scheme she came up with started to bore her. Because
nah, she just lost interest. She realized you weren't into her. She should have realized that to begin with. Because again, 6th to 8th grade, that's a huge transition. I didn't even fathom the idea of a relationship, let alone was I interested in it in 6th grade. I was just like him. Just like the vast majority of people are. They don't know what relationships are and they don't know how to pursue them. Meanwhile, by the time you're in 8th grade, yeah, that's when romantic attraction begins to develop. So what she was feeling was probably legitimate, but she didn't register that you were not there yet. It's like, it's a big 2 years, guys. It's a really big 2 years.
After a while, Nyla and her friend didn't choose to sit with me anymore. They went back to the table with the beat makers and yeah, that was pretty much the end of it. Just like that. I no longer had that lunch girlfriend anymore. And it's low-key weird because after a while, I genuinely never saw her again. I don't know what happened to her.
She graduated.
She either got switched to a different lunch, switched schools entirely, or just like vanished. High key, hear me out. What if she was an alien that was like sent to collect human information about affection?
What?
And I was the one she happened to stumble upon.
She got nothing. She got nothing.
Meg.
But yeah, that's about it for that story. Moral of the story, never date or date someone who you're truly not.
Just, no, that was it.
Moral of the story, never date.
Never date. That's the moral of the story, guys. Never date ever. Just don't do it.
Or date someone who you're truly not comfortable or interested in pursuing under any circumstance.
Bro, just don't date in 6th grade. I'm telling you, it wasn't that you were some weird, awkward goober. It's just that you were not mentally capable of such complex emotion. And that's okay. That's normal. She was in 8th grade. It was also normal for her to be able to feel that attraction because she was, actually advancing in puberty. Meanwhile, you were still in the beginning. Like, this is normal. But yes, don't date somebody that you're not actually attracted to. Just don't.
Duh. Because it's a very interesting experience, to say the least. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like and subscribe if you did. And hopefully I'll see y'all in the next video. Love. What a concept.
Aw! What the Shazi? Okay. Oh yeah. Hold on, how much time do I have? Shazi was forced to date this little girl. She thought that he was her whole world, and he didn't really. I did not have time. I had no time. Okay, I got one more video for you cats. Like he said, love is a crazy concept.
Do you guys believe in soulmates?
No. Love is a crazy concept, and I have one more video on it. Falling in love is genuinely insane, by Jace Mations. Firstly, yeah, no, we're not doing this. No transphobia on this page, but Falling in Love is Genuinely Insane by Jace Mations. Guys, this is something that everybody, at least the vast majority of people, are going to experience in their lives. You guys are still young, so I watch these things to try and give you some real world experience that I can't do myself because I don't know how to animate. So we're just going to go ahead and jump in this.
Do you guys believe in soulmates? Like,
No.
somewhere on the planet Earth, you have a person you're supposed to be with. That
No.
you're supposed to meet. Now, I feel like most of y'all are watching are either like, yeah, Jace, I believe in love and soulmates. And
Hold on. I believe in love, but I don't believe in soulmates. Because realistically, there are tens of millions of people that you can live a happy, healthy, amazing, fantastic freaking life with. But, I said frick, not. But, you just have to, hope that you're lucky enough to stumble upon them. That's the thing, guys. You can control where you are, you can control what you're doing, but you can't control anything else. So if you can't find somebody who's right for you, it's not because you're doing something wrong or that they're doing something wrong. People try and blame other groups of people or other people. They try and generalize things. Son, you're just not in the right. You just might not be at the right place. And if you are in the right place, that doesn't mean they are going to be in the right place. It's a matter of pure circumstance whether or not you are in the same place as somebody that you can live a positive and successful life with. And even if you are in the same place, it's pure circumstance whether or not you're just going to happen to meet them or not. You might just walk past each other. There are a whole bunch of people like that. So if you can't find one, it's just circumstance. Just keep living life and you'll probably find somebody. Just look at how many other people have done it. That's all I gotta say.
I think love is amazing. Or you're like, one time when I was driving home, I saw a happy couple on the side of the road, and I thought about how many points I would get if I hit them. Now, before I did really fall in love for the first time, I just saw love and romantic stuff the way I saw it in like movies or like TV shows, like as this overly intense, dramatic, and like crazy thing that will eventually happen to everybody, right?
Beautiful.
Like it didn't seem too complicated or crazy, but like, oh, little Jace, you have no clue what you were in for, my friend. And
not overly complicated. Yeah, no, it's definitely complicated. Very complicated.
what I can tell you now,
Emotions in general are complicated. Do you know how much studying you have to do to actually understand people? There are a lot of hormones, a lot of phenomena, a lot of complexes.
love is the most wonderful and overwhelming thing ever, bro.
Yes.
I mean that in the corniest way ever.
Yes.
Like, imagine wanting someone so bad, feeling so much for them that your body literally has a physical reaction to those feelings. I don't just mean like tears. I mean like a feeling in your chest, bro. Like there's an invisible string attached to you and that person, and when you're apart, you can feel it being pulled on. And I've personally felt this before, and I see it as like the physical embodiment of yearning. What's yearning?
Exactly. That's what it is. And the biological changes that surround people, they're not illegitimate. See, this may be TMI, but my girls out there, they're going to understand. If you find somebody who you really like, if a woman finds a man that they really like, sometimes their menstrual cycle will sink. Never mind.
Yearning, you asked?
I'm not going to tell you guys that. You don't need to know that. Most of you guys are men anyway.
I'm so glad you asked. Yearning, a deep emotional longing for someone or something. And I'm not gonna lie, that feeling of being connected to someone even when they're not there, that like invisible string feeling, it low-key reminds me of how we stay connected to everything now. People, ideas, the internet in general. Which brings me to today's sponsor, Opera. So I've been using the Opera brand is how intermittently been extra ads asking Opera to spend right into the email, so it works anything in the description and the pinned comment. It's free to download and try. Thank you for Opera sponsoring this video. Anyway, back to Yearning. Now, as some of you guys know, my last relationship was like mid-distance and was when we were both in high school, so we couldn't see each other much, and this main factor made me realize very early on that I was a yearner. Couldn't download and try. Thank you for Opera sponsoring this video. Anyway, back to Yearning. Now, as some of you guys know, my last relationship was like mid-distance and was when we were both in high school, so we couldn't see each other much, and this main factor made me realize very early on that I was a yearner. Like, imagine being with someone but only being able to see them monthly, bro. Like, one time,
Bro, I couldn't even get that much. I couldn't even get monthly, bro. My mother was never one to go out of the way for something. Like, literally, she would never go out of her way to do something if it was for my sake. Well, no. At least, I mean physically. She would not go out of her way to physically take me somewhere if it was too far away or too inconvenient for her. You see, there was this time where I asked a girl out to the movies because she was already going anyway. I just said I would meet her there. The movie theater is 7 minutes away by car. I was in high school, so I didn't have a car. The movie theater, again, 7 minutes away. And she refused to take me to that movie theater. And not only was I trying to meet that girl, but it was also a youth event. So the church was going with the rest of the kids, and I opted not to be picked up because my mother could drop me off. She decided not to do that just because. I don't know. I don't know why she. Like, so I stood that girl up accidentally. Like, I was texting her back and forth like, I don't know what the heck is happening. My mom's just refusing to take me to this place that is literally right next to us. But yeah, needless to say, we never got together. She got together with some racist dude and kind of ruined her outlook on men. But it is what it is. Like, but I had a little long distance girlfriend too when I was in high school. It just didn't go anywhere. We were only 2 hours away. I'm sure that we could have arranged meetups, but nah.
Just for a few hours out of like 30 something days in a month, bro. Imagine what that does to someone. Like,
right.
I was going crazy. And a lot of people say like, oh, if it's meant to be, the distance really shouldn't matter, you know? Yeah, no shit, but it still hurt, bro. Like,
yeah.
I wanted to be with her all the time. I wanted to be.
Who the heck is saying that? If it's meant to be, the distance should. Yeah, the distance matters. If you want someone, you're going to want to be with them. That's how humans work. What?
And her skin no bad. Like, this was also the first time in my life I had ever felt something so strongly about someone. Strongly a word? And anyway, like, we cried together on our first date, bro. And I never cry. Like, that moment alone solidified in my mind that these feelings and emotions I feel for her were deeper than like anything I could understand back then, bro. Like, all I knew was that I was overly crazy for this girl. Like, in class, I would draw her in everything I could, bro. I would constantly yap about her like to an annoying degree. I know my friends hated me because I would always find a way to bring her up in a convo that had nothing to do with her or relationships or anything, literally. Like, so someone could just be like, man, that sky sure is blue today. My girl wore blue the last time I saw her. I also had this wonderful shirt made as well. And it's funny because one day my homeboy wore blue the last time I saw her. I also had this wonderful shirt.
That's so cute. I've watched Jace Mason's videos before, and I'm pretty sure he mentioned this. A couple of times. He's shown this shirt in a few videos, and it is so freaking cute, bro.
Made as well. And it's funny because one day my homeboy walked into the locker room before track practice and was wearing a shirt just like this with like pictures of his girl all over it. Everyone clowned him. Even me. I was in there clowning, bro. Everyone was like, bro, it's whipped. Like, really? I'm assuming you get my point at this point. I'm a nut job when I'm in love, bro. Like, I would put a flag on my girl over my bed or like live under her bed without her.
Okay, not under her bed. If you're living with the girl, you may as well get out of there.
Knowledge, like this isn't a crazy thing to say.
Yes, it is.
This isn't crazy. I'm not crazy.
Because why are you under the bed? If you're living with her, then live with her. Get out the bed. How are you gonna get food in there?
Like, being in love with someone feels like the best part of your favorite song being played over and over again in your head, bro. Now, like, obviously, love isn't perfect, and it won't be sunshine and rainbows all the time, but overall, if you truly love someone, getting through those low moments will be worth it every time. Like,
and that's it. I know I've said it a million times. I might sound like a broken record. It's not getting somebody to escape the headaches. It's getting someone who's worth the headache. Because you guys are two individual people. You're going to have your spats. You're going to have your quarrels. It's very normal. It's very legitimate. But during those times, you're going to not focus on the problem. You're going to focus on the solution. If somebody's not healed from their past trauma and they need a little bit of a push to get them going, okay, that's something that we need to get over. If you haven't gotten over this familial trauma and I'm trying to build a life with you, then we need to address that. Let's go to therapy. You go to therapy, I'll go to therapy. Then, hey, when we're in the middle of this, we can go to therapy together sometimes and try and tackle these demons. That's what love takes. It takes self-development. It takes intention. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of tolerance. It takes a lot of patience. And if you find somebody who you really believe you can live the rest of your life with, then you're not going... I'm not going to say you're not going to have problems with it, but it's going to feel necessary. You're going to want to do it, okay?
I feel like that's the point of love, like in the first place, love. Like you're supposed to fight for it and to work things out with the person you love. You're supposed to be like overly crazy over them and want to understand every aspect and theme of their life, to see them.
Talk.
I don't just mean with your eyes, but with your soul. Okay, talk to him, talk to him.
Right.
Love is low-key a drug, bro. Your brain gets flooded with dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, all sorts of shit that just makes you feel like you're low-key geeking. Like
exactly, because you guys remember those three pillars. Lust is the dopamine, attraction is the serotonin, attachment is the oxytocin. When you got all three, bada bing, you make love.
Why is this person on my mind
You have love. Don't make love until you have...
every second of every day. Why do I smile nonstop when I'm with them? Why do I crave their attention? Like, what is happening to me? Like, I can actively feel my brain neurons firing.
Or at least try.
It's crazy. Like, either I've been insane the whole time, or loving someone has, like, activated, like, a sleeper agent in me or something. Like love has made me insane, bro. I don't know. But... that's exactly why when you experience heartbreak, it feels like you're going through withdrawals, because your body is adjusting to life with whoever you lost being gone. And I'd rather go through hard drug withdrawals than heartbreak ever again, bro. Like, that shit will have you in the shower staring into oblivion, disassociating for 45 minutes, bro. But that doesn't matter. The overall feelings that come with love make the possibility for the worst case scenario worth it every time. I don't care. Like, even if you've been hurt before, like, don't close yourself off, especially just because of one or two stupid people who fumbled you. Like, love can be horrible just like everything else in this world, but it has a bad side and a good side.
See, that's what you gotta remember, boys and girls, that love, it is a beautiful, amazing, fantastic thing that should be cherished, but at the same time, it is also something that you can duplicate with another person. See, that's what I was talking about earlier, that you need to be very conscientious concerning the people that you bring into your life. If somebody's got a lot of problems, a lot of red flags, a lot of issues that you know aren't going to mesh, then even if you like them, that doesn't mean you should bring them in. Because you can fall in love with somebody who's actually stable, or you can fall in love with somebody who has no job or no car, but has a child that they're not taking care of. You know? Like, you can fall in love with somebody else. I guarantee it. So don't close yourself off to that option. If you need to, make smart decisions when it comes to who you're bringing in, but don't close yourself off to love entirely. Absolutely not. Make sure your heart is open, guys.
Low-key overpowers the bad, in my opinion. Like, being romantic is like such a pleasing thing to me. Like, just thinking of gift ideas, or getting flowers for my girl, or taking her out to dinner, literally doing or getting anything with her in mind fulfills me so much, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, what has love done to me? Like, the fire inside me that drives me to work as hard as I do literally ignites when I'm with her. Like, I get overly motivated to like exist in this world. It's crazy. Now,
that's the benefit of love. That's the benefit of real love. I'm telling you guys. The mental and psychological benefits of love are amazing. Obviously, the mental and psychological risk is profuse. But real love is such a freaking amazing thing. That's the reason why you don't want to be afraid of it. I don't like the idea of being afraid of it just because it's difficult, just because it's risky. You're going to have to tackle things in your life that are difficult or risky in order to make the version of yourself that you want to be, including love. See, some people are never going to feel love, and that's okay. Some people don't want to, and for them, all right, they can have that avenue. But for us, the people who want to, you got to be willing to go for it. You got to be willing to work for it. Okay? That's just how life is, you know?
No, I don't mean that in a way that I have like an unhealthy obsession with her, and if she leaves, my world will instantly explode. Like, metaphorically,
that's how it feels.
Yes. In reality, no. Like, never make one person your source of happiness. That isn't love. It's attachment. Real love for some.
No, attachment is actually the feeling of security that you get from someone who you've known a long time. What you're describing is limerence, which is attraction that is so overwhelmingly strong that it borders, if not mirrors obsession. That's the word you're looking for, limerence. Attachment is just being close to something. Attachment is what gets you the oxytocin. Like I said earlier, attachment is oxytocin, attraction is serotonin, and lust is dopamine. But limerence is what you need to avoid.
Someone is when they add on to the happiness, and they're not the source of it. You feel me? Like, if you make someone your only source of happiness in a relationship, you would be putting an insane amount of pressure on them, basically turning love into like a job and not a choice, and that's not love. And if your person regulates all your emotions, you'll literally stop being you. Like, everything will have to revolve around them, and that's not love. This way, you'll dead-eye become dependent on your person, and that's not love.
Die.
Real love is a choice for both parties. Like, you're both happy on your own, doing your own thing, living your own lives, but you choose each other to be the person that adds to the happiness that's already there.
And that's why we don't do financial dependence. Make sure that you're independent and find someone else who's independent. That way they're not relying on you for finances or for anything else that makes your power dynamic unfair.
But personally, I think being a little crazy for someone isn't that bad. Like, having the urge to kidnap them and take them away to a beach is very reasonable. Like, if you don't want to keep them forever and ever, are you really even in love? Like, let's be for real, bro.
Fair enough.
Like, someone is your home. Like, my girl is to me. I need her at all times. I need her.
Bring her over here.
The hell keeps letting that guy out?
I
Not
want
a clue,
that
sir.
girl.
Now, this all may sound like nonsense ramblings from some random dread on the internet, but I'm just a very lucky guy who's got to experience the wonders of falling and being in love. Like, no matter how chaotic, terrifying, overly dramatic, insane, irrational, beautiful love is, and how it turns people into detectives and over analytical hyper analysts and crazy
Social media
people, it's all worth it. Now you're probably like, but like, Jace, you are one of these crazy people. Now that may be true, but you should listen to me. You know, like, no matter your viewpoints on love or opinions or decisions, we can all agree falling in love is genuinely insane.
Love is incredible, and it's something that should be cherished, as I said before. Don't close yourself off to it, but be cautious who you give it to, because it's very, very mentally, emotionally, and psychologically taxing, regardless of how good it is.
Welcome to the end card. I don't know how long it's been since I did end card, but I'm doing it in this video. Thank you guys for all the support the last, like, I guess 2 months since 2026 started. It's been a great year personally, and I have a lot of things behind the scenes in the works that I'm not gonna talk about, but just know lots of more animations and some other things I've been working on are be coming soon. I appreciate all y'all. Thank you for watching the video. I would also appreciate if you liked it,
and
commented,
subscribe.
Talked about your own personal experiences with love and things of that nature. And yeah, I love you so much. Thank you for watching.
Oh, I know you see it. I know you see it just like I do. I thought that I had one more video. I didn't know about this. I didn't know that he got his girl back now. Oh, yes. Oh, that's gonna be the highlight of my night. Hold on. I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed late. I'm going to bed late tonight. I don't even give a crap. Because what do you mean? Oh, yes.
So, I lost the love of my life and then got her back. Back in July 2024, me and Crazy First Date Girl, and if you have no clue who that is and what I'm talking about, go watch these videos. We broke up, and this isn't a video where I'm gonna be explaining the lore of why we broke up or anything. It wasn't in bad, just personal.
It's probably just distance. Yeah, because you were in a long distance relationship and you were also children. I think most of us expected you to break up, but getting back together as adults? Ooh.
Things and timing, you know? So, flash forward to November 2025. At this point, me and her hadn't talked in like 5-ish months and hadn't seen each other in like 10 months. Now, the amount of context for this story to make full sense is too much and would make this video like 30 minutes long. So, bear with me. I'll add like extra info cards on the side for stuff that needs extra context. But one day, while I was taking a break from working on my video that I was working on at the time, I was playing Marvel Rivals and my phone lit up. And I looked over at it and it was Instagram message noti. And I didn't think anything of it for about 3 seconds until I saw her name. And my heart instantly started beating fast as hell. I literally felt the hairs on my arm stand up on some Spider-Man shit. Like, yo, why in the world is she texting me? So like, I look at the text and she's asking why I sent my friends to her TikTok comment section, of course. Huh?
The answer is I did not, but I'm glad that you responded anyway, because, hey baby, how have you been? It's been a while. You mind if we catch up? Let me stop.
And I'm sitting there staring at my phone like I did what now? Cause what? So I asked her what in the world she was talking about, and she proceeded to send me screenshots of my homeboys in her comments section on TikTok, and one of them had commented a skull emoji, and then like all her friends like jumped them in the comments, and then my other homeboy was defending them, all this stuff, right? And I'm emoji, and then like all her friends like jumped them in the comments.
Miserable has to be. Okay.
And my other homeboy was defending them, all this stuff, right? And I'm sitting here reading this as the most innocent bystander I've ever been in my entire life, because what is going on? So I called one of my homeboys and was like, bro, Jackson, what the hell, bro? Like, what's happening? And then he explained that he saw the TikTok on his For You page, and then he sent it to Mario, and then Mario commented skull emoji. And I'm like, okay, cool. But like, I'm low-key panicking because if you guys couldn't tell, I wasn't over her. And I was thinking like this whole situation would sell my chance to try to get her back. You feel what I'm saying? So I was acting like fake angry at them for commenting and being silly, when in reality I was only like half angry, because I started thinking to myself, they may have
now you have a chance to get this person that you were limerent about back. Like, I felt limerence before. It's a freaking amazing thing, not gonna lie. It is an amazing thing. My lord, bruh. Just being with somebody who you really click with. Even if it's not completely, there, it still feels incredible. So I can very much understand wanting to get that back. Especially because of you guys. See, with me, there were legitimate problems. And the vast majority of them were not on my end. So for my own health, I had to let that one die. But you guys are cool. Like, there's no serious issues with you guys.
Sold me, but they might have also given me my chance.
Yes.
So after clearing everything up with her and explaining to her that my homies were just acting on their own, I thought to myself, I should try to talk to her.
Yes.
Like, ask her about her life.
Yes.
And, do all the conversation starter BS.
Yes.
Like, this could really be my chance. Also, because a certain highlight she had on her Insta was gone. And then I was like, no, I should wait. Like, this little voice in the back of my head was like, no, bro, don't act, just wait. And this was the right choice, thankfully. So we just ended the combo there, and that was that. So
my bad. See, I would have fumbled because I'm too eager. See that? You don't want to be too eager. Makes you look desperate. Nobody likes desperates. Nobody likes desperation. It's very unattractive.
A few weeks go by and I'm chilling, just reading my YT comments, and I see a comment on my Crazy First Date 2 video.
Y'all should get back together.
It showed like the first half of the comment saying, "This is too crazy to ignore, please read." So I was like, interesting. So I click on my comment and so I was at the mall today wearing your merch, and then this girl complimented it, and then she asked
if you ever made pins and talking about your video. She ended up telling me she's the girl in this video. Her hair is much bigger, but she's really pretty and was so genuine talking about you. The vibe gave right person, wrong lifetime. I don't know what really happened, but I hope you guys rekindle eventually. She was so sweet. I might just buy a pin to give to her because she was happy you made something. You lost your soulmate, dog.
So now I'm sitting there staring at my phone like, shot this can be real, right? Like, there's just no way. Only problem was that pin part made it 100% believable, because when me and her were together, she would always tell me to make pins, and when I did eventually make merch, I made pins. So now I'm like, I must report this to mission control. So I hop on Discord and I explain the whole situation to Lemur and Cole, and they're both just like, damn, reasonable, because like, what am I supposed to do in this situation?
Why are Cole's eyes so big?
Her. I couldn't call her. I couldn't do anything. You feel me? So I just sat on my thoughts about the whole situation for 2 days, bro. And I look over at it, and it was a noti that someone had bought something from my store.
Yes.
Now, this happens occasionally, right? People buy stuff from my merch store. So I didn't think anything of it. And I look at it, and it showed that she bought something from your store. And it was a pen. Now I was really like, whoa, this is happening. This is actually happening. This is real life. The comment was real. This is happening.
Baby, it's you. You're the one I love. You're the one I need. You're the only one I feel. Come on, baby, it's you. You're the one I get my all. You're the one I can always call when I need to make everything stop. Finally, you put my love on top. Baby, you're the... Okay,
I'm staring at this noti while my brain does circles in my skull, because what am I supposed to do here? Like, yes, this is something I had been dreaming of happening for months and months, and I was overly delusional over for months and months, but like, I didn't think it would happen like now, like right now in this very moment, you feel me? Like, in my mind, I had imagined that like 5 years down the road, me and her were much older, like in our mid-20s and stuff, me and her would like run into each other on the street in some like random city by like fate and catch up and have some like fairy tale fall back in love story on some like K-drama shit, and it'd be all
now you don't have to wait 5 years, player.
All super corny and dramatic and this whole thing, right? But like, it doesn't even matter anymore, because like, she just bought something from my store,
right?
And an hour later, 1 hour later, she texted me on Instagram. Then I logged in. I had to say everything right. Like, this was my moment, my chance to get her back. And she had said hi and was apologizing for her buying something from my store is weird, and that she was just trying to be supportive. And I immediately let her know it wasn't weird at all. What was really weird was me stalking her not even a week earlier. But I told her it wasn't weird, and I sent her a screenshot of the comment I saw, and she was like, yeah, OMG, and told me all about that. And we started up a combo, catching up with each other in the past few months of our lives, and we ended up calling later that night and talking even more, and just being on the phone with her again felt so good, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was most definitely kicking my feet and giggling while we were talking. But at the same time, while all this was good and fun, I had this thought like in the back of my mind like the entire time. So
like, what if she just disappears again? Is this gonna be a waste of my time? I feel that. See, in my case, absolutely waste of time. I wasted a lot of time on that one person who I tried with. And me and her and I did not have that much history. At least not nearly as much as you guys. We did not have as much compatibility. Like, it was much more one-sided, if anything. But you guys have all the stuff together. So naturally, like, I want you guys to lock this in for life. I want you guys to padlock that crap. Put it in a safe. Throw it in the back of a U-Haul, and then lock that U-Haul in a maximum security prison cell.
Remember how I said at the beginning we hadn't talked in 5 months and had seen each other in 10 months though, but we broke up at this point a year and 4 months ago, so we were most definitely those exes who couldn't stay away from each other. So even after being broken up, we still was definitely those exes who couldn't stay away from each other. So even after being broken up, we still talk here and there. But the combos never went anywhere, mostly because we were both not in places where something could happen anyway. And part of me, even though I was happy as hell we were talking again, I thought if I asked to see her, she would say no.
Yeah,
it might have been a little too early, but I didn't care. I had to see her ASAP, no Rocky. Like, we were both also in better places. We weren't just two high school kids who fell in love anymore, you know? She's in college and I draw pictures on the internet, basically meaning we had much more free time to see each other whenever. So like the 3-hour buffer buffer between us didn't matter as much because I could
you were
go see her
adults.
whenever I wanted, and she could drive to see me now
you're
if she
friggin'
wanted.
adults.
And I knew exactly what I wanted after months and months of being unsure and thinking like I couldn't do a relationship ever again on my whole heartbreak arc, you know what I'm saying? But I knew the second I heard her beautiful voice again and saw those oh so pretty eyes that I wanted her, and she knew what she wanted as well, which was yours truly, of course. And it felt like the timing was right. Like all the lore that had happened between us starting in like November 2023 to 2 years later was supposed to happen. All the highs and all the lows, and there were some low lows, guys. Some very low lows.
Man, screw those Lowe's. If I don't even go to Lowe's, I go to Home Depot. Get that girl, man.
My next challenge / mission was to somehow tell the most amazing girl I've ever met that even though we literally just started talking again for like, it's been like 2 days, 2 days at this point, that I had yearned to see her in person so we can go on a date, a crazier first date. Hi, welcome to the end card. I'm so sorry I pulled an Hans Lemur on you. I made it into 2 parts, but 30k likes and I'll make a part 2. Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine because it's already a foregone conclusion. It's already a foregone conclusion, so I don't really care. I can wait for it. Oh, I can wait for it.
Be supportive.
But I'm not. But I'm gonna be angry about it because why? Why? It's okay. It's okay, guys. Oh my goodness. I love love. It's a beautiful friggin' concept, I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, it's 12:38, I better hurry up and get on out of here. Honestly? Hold on. Maybe I don't need to. I'll watch a cartoon. I will watch one cartoon. I don't actually feel like going to bed yet. So I'm gonna watch a cartoon before I do, and this is gonna be the last thing I watch. The Ebony Witch. Why was I gonna say Ebony? That's not even a word. The Ebony Witch by Poppin. That's freaking adorable. What an adorable name. I'm subscribing off of that alone. I don't even care. Let's do this. Frick! I'm still full screen. I was prepared to leave, but I'm not gonna leave now. I'm not gonna leave. I want to watch this. I genuinely want to watch this before I go to bed.
Ages ago, in a time of magic, witches.
Rick, I'm complete outro mode right now. Even the volume is all the way down. All right, now I'm ready to actually start the video.
Flew the skies. Time of magic. Witches flew the skies.
Witches?
They lived in the forests.
But which witches?
Casting spells from their tree-turned homes. And brewing potions to mend broken hearts.
Ooh.
But
hey, can you fix mine real quick? Watching that video made me relive some stuff. Nah, let me stop.
In the age of dragons, all they do is burn.
Oh my. Oh, crud. Alright then. At least that wasn't the Ebony Witch. Or maybe it was. She was dreaming. Aww, little stuffed animal. Whoa. Oh my goodness, your hair's so big. You can use it as a sleeping bag. And it's not even dirty, even though you're on the ground. Wish I had that kind of hair, not gonna lie. Is that a dragon? That's on 4 legs like a cat? Sweet little bumblebee. The bumblebee is a woman. Holy crap. It might just be a cat. That might just be a cat. Oh my. Dead adventurer. That's unfortunate. Sweet little bumblebee, I know what you want from me. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-da-da, doo-ba-doo. Sorry, I'm sorry. Lock in, Jamil, lock in. Whoa, hold on. No, the cat killed him. Oh, that is a dragon. That is definitely a dragon cat. The spirit's alive. What the heck is that? That is a giant frickin' crow. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Oh, that's a witch. That's a crow and a witch. And it's giant for some reason. That's horrifying. Why are you smiling at me? Oh! Oh no! Why did the doll do that? Why did you just leave the doll there? So you could finish eating in peace? The cat stole... Man, give me my doll back. It's a haunted doll. It's Bayonette from Pokemon. Run, little girl, run. Dang, bro. Will you give me back? Thank you. Jeez.
A friend? A friend?
A friend? Yes, a friend. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Yes, a friend. I didn't think that she was actually gonna talk, because we had already gone through 3 minutes without any speech. I was like, I just assumed it was gonna be a silent video. Oh my lord, the house is alive. Hey yo, it's me. Let me in. My boy, let me in. Alright, you got it.
So this is how it ends.
Yes, this is where it begins. The whole series, I assume. Ooh.
Cat?
Ooh.
Cat? Yee!
Cat? I guess it is just a cat. I thought it was part dragon. Oh, it's an adult man. Alrighty then. That's creepy. Is everything a witch here? Like, that crow is just dead. I feel like we just kind of glossed by that. Whole anthropomorphic crow, which just got eaten straight up. I feel like the doll could also eat the cat too. Maybe we should make sure he's not hungry. Oh. Oh my.
Cat?
Yeah, that's
Your
concerning.
mistress seems very, very dead.
She does, doesn't she? But she still won't let this place go. And she stopped answering even me.
What?
Would you grant me a favor and tell her hello?
Oh, okay. Your mistress seems very dead.
Hi there, Mrs. Cat, I think. What? Nice to meet you. I'm a witch too. It's my first day. I got chased out of town, lost in the woods. A crow tried to eat me, and your weird cat turned into a man and told me to cheer up a pile of bones.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's an interesting story there. But she's still crying.
Yes. Can you hear me?
She's still crying. Oh my frick. She's not crying anymore. And why do you seem surprised? Hi. Oh, okay, you're gonna grow your skin back. Thank you.
Hello there, Witchlet. Sorry if I frightened you.
Ow, my freaking eye. Ah, I forgot how long my nails were. Ah. Here, let me move these subtitles over in case... Oh, I can't. I legit can't. Alright then. That's okay. Over here.
It's alright. You're a witch too, right?
Yes.
I've never seen one outside the stakes.
They're still doing that?
Only to the bad witches though.
Whoa. They still do that?
You know, the ones that steal people's hearts, eat children, and turn men into frogs.
Wow.
Or the really evil ones like...
Well, I've never eaten any children, but I did kill a man or 7.
Wow.
10, give or take.
Yeah, dang.
I even got a kid once.
So you...
suck?
What?
The people you killed. Did the people you killed suck? Were they at least bad people? Okay.
He was the worst.
He was the worst. Alright. If he was the worst, that's okay.
What's your name, child?
I'm kidding. Don't murder people just because they're not good people.
I'll let you read the title.
I'm Ebony, miss.
Aww. Hi, little Ebony. Little cutie pie. Oh. Aww. Big old hat. I guess we're moving forward.
My last stick.
One dear, this is a broom. It's nothing to be afraid of.
Ah. It's a broom,
I'm
huh?
not afraid. I'm having valid concerns.
Wait,
I don't like this.
I don't like this. Hold on, let me turn Ebony up a little bit. Like she can be a little bit louder than me. She can be just a little bit louder than me. She was up front, wasn't she? Oh, look at her. Oh gosh, no. It's like Mr. Freeze. It's getting ready to jet. Better hold on. Show you ready to see what we all have in store. Oh my goodness, you better hold on to that thing before you fall. Ooh. This is beautiful. Oh. Holy crud, that cape is huge. How's she gonna walk with it? The cat. Oh. Okay, so they're her parents now. You just got adopted, child. Little Ebony. Oh. So what's her first lesson gonna be? What spells is she gonna learn? I should have been on the other side. It's okay though. Whoa! Oh, crud! She grew up. Immediately. Holy time skip. Aww. Her little demon doll is still there, and her grown man companion. Gerudo? From Link? Maybe she is really Aladdin. Hold on, I'm gonna move. I feel like I'm just in the right spot to obstruct some things. And they've made it. Yeah. Oh, what does that say? Oh no, I can't read it. I'm not cultured enough. Oh. Little spider.
Hello, little one.
Hi.
Grant me one favor. Draw me screams.
Interesting. So the spider is gonna make people scream. She's gonna use that as magic power, I assume. Oh my lord! What? Really? Really? You just saw that and friggin' left? No questions? Really? Nobody's thinking anything of this. Hello? Like, are you? That's kind of strange, not gonna lie. I feel. Right. Like, make it roar or lunge or something, because how are you not screaming at this? Wait, no, don't kill me! No! 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 Wait!
This seems to have gotten out of hand, Witchlet.
No. It hasn't.
You were supposed to scream, not murder me. No, don't kill a spider! I think they want... Okay, they're good. They're
We're
good. They're
here
good.
to bring chaos, Cat. Chaos brings doubt. And doubt brings weakness.
Okay. Oh, crud! Why would you do that? That's so mean. Oh, no.
There you are. Who sent you, witch?
That's the wrong witch, but whatever. I love how Kat just said, hey, you got yourself into this.
Sent? Oh, no. I'm a privateer. Bonnie, the Wicked Witch of the Woods.
Okay.
A pleasure to meet you, Your Grace.
Charmed.
Oh, crud. Yeah, you can't beat that thing. At least he's willing to fight for her. It is she is basically his daughter after all. At least now. Aww. They're just gonna knock him out, right? Or like take his sword away. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna be a main character soon. So that means you can't hurt him too badly, okay? Oh, crud. Yeah. Bye-bye. Whee!
Bye-bye.
Aww.
Bye-bye.
Oh, the dragon! Oh, alright. Monsieur Dragon is gonna have a meaningful appearance in Act 2, I presume. Oh, she is so pretty. Look at her. Fountain, 9 p.m. And she's blind. That was Braille. Wow. How in the world is she sensing where these walls are? Maybe she's just been through the castle so often she knows where things are. Or maybe she uses magic to sense them like Toph.
She's furious. The boys are dead.
Uh-oh. What did the wizard do? Oh. I guess. Linden. Oh. Well, my friends. Man. Thank you, Leaf Bandit, for fixing the audio. I cannot wait to see just what's in store for little Emily and Cat. All of the three will beat them all. I hope to know what the dragon is and what they had to do with the prince. Yeah. Whoa. Oop. Little bat boy. Oh. Ah, darn. Okay. Well, okay. I guess now is the time for me to do my outro. Because now it's actually pretty dang late. Alright, let me... Bada bing. Well, my friends, I hope you had a good time. But it's time to take a rest that's sublime. You know that the rest of the week will be fine. As I'm seeing more animations and object shows, it's a crime for me to continue pushing these things back. I disappeared for a month, but you know just where I'm at. My mind's set ready for summer, so it will not be a bummer. Gonna jump into this thing, gonna beat it like a drummer. I digress. Let's go ahead and get some yum rest. I don't know why I said yum, but next, it is time to see a new beautiful day in May. I'm stopping. Jesus Christ. You are loved, you're appreciated, you're gonna do amazing things. Drink your water, hug your mother, get some sunlight, and continue being great. It is the best month of the year. We are I just punched my TV. It's okay. We're still good. Jesus Christ. I hope you guys had a great Mother's Day. I hope you cherished your mamas. If you guys have birthdays, go ahead and make sure that you celebrate them in a way that is acceptable to you. I guess that's all. Love is beautiful, life is gorgeous, and the spring is here. That's all for me. Peace.